mood?
Oh, I've been in a stabby mood for the whole week.
I should not. Ow! Ow!
What, what's up? What's up? What's up?
I got
I'm
stabbed
stabbing them.
again.
Oh no. Someone cast Cure Wounds.
What happened?
I can do the opposite and cast Inflict Wounds.
Oh, right.
Alright, and we're live.
Alright, hey guys.
What do you mean
Welcome.
we're live with? I'm dead. Clearly, I just got stabbed.
But the dead don't speak.
It's like, nah, it's a flesh wound.
I'm right here!
It's a flesh.
Yeah. Well, okay, not all the time. They don't speak all the time. Alright, so hey everybody. Welcome to session 25 of Curse of Strahd. We've got quite a bit to get through in this session. But I'm confident that our party will be able to breeze right through the opposition. Or at least die trying, we don't know. Until we try.
I died trying 300 years ago. I haven't got time for that now.
He's speaking from experience. So yeah, not much to say here, but let me ask you guys: are you prepared to head back into the mists of Barovia?
Never.
Yep.
I would be, but there's a cat in my chair now.
Oh, sad.
Oh yes, understandable.
Oh no, we're gonna have to cancel
I
the
am
campaign
here
now.
to cause pain and suffering.
I've
the
been
doors.
here for 500 years and I'll be here enough.
I'm ready to fucking eat. Let's go.
All right, sounds good. But yeah, before we move any further, you guys may have noticed some new artwork that has dropped in the ever-growing art wall of Curse of Strahd.
Yeah. Yeah, it's by Jade Ketu. But this is pretty much Letter's go-to artist.
I have been working with this person for like 6-7 years now.
And it can easily be seen why. So they've done some updated artwork for the Hermit and the Emperor, which were the boys' choice of cards for both JJ and Ricky, respectively. And it is gorgeous. I love it.
Yeah, we still got like 4 minutes before 7 o'clock, so yeah, no doubt. I mean, they're in the showcase, you know, so that you'll see it probably like a couple more times before we actually start.
I would like to point out one small detail I really love about it.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Their cards are tinted in their colors.
Damn. Wait a minute.
If you pay attention to the cards, Ricky's card is slightly blue and Ricky's is slightly purple.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
This is why I love working with Jade, because there's always stuff that I find at the end.
The hits just keep on coming. Wow.
Truly.
And Whitford got some artwork too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kira's familiar, Winfrey, I decided to give her an actual form. And yeah, it's very pretty. It has she has constellations inside her body, and she is very pretty and swirly, and it was a nice and easy thing to draw.
It's my peak aesthetic.
Yes.
I
I mean, gotta say, Jen has good taste.
it's like really pretty starry stuff.
Yeah, stars are, like, hard to get wrong.
Oh, no.
What?
I almost dropped my tiny D20.
Oh god, don't do that.
Oh,
Yeah,
you have tiny dice too.
Yeah, they're
Alright,
it's tiny, sparkly yellow dice that I use for Kira.
okay.
I have a set of tiny dice in with Bear's kit.
I don't think I have tiny dice.
I don't
I have
tiny
big dice, but not tiny dice.
I have like 5. I've got 5 sets of the regular plastic and then 1 set of metal. That's all I got.
I have
Alright.
so many dice. And I'm
Oh,
probably
we
going to
know.
go
Don't
buy
worry.
a set of dice for this different fucking system that I'm going to be playing in a couple weeks.
Yeah,
A new system.
I'm probably long overdue for getting a new set just for the hell of it.
Later, Danny, I'll show you the people that I get my dice from. They're really pretty made and they're cheap.
Okay.
Just so you guys know, I did find a trading card game tabletop RPG.
Ooh.
That uses the powered by the Apocalypse engine. If
Oh,
I get
nice.
my hands on that, everyone's fucked.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Alright. So it sounds like you guys are well and prepared. So if you have your character sheets ready, why don't we get started? So yeah, and remember, if there's something that you'd like to mention to the DM, make sure to at them in the appropriate channels so I'm able to see it. And yeah, for the hell of it, let's read the recap.
Yeah.
After reuniting with Ark and encountering demons in the mansion, the Burgomaster's mansion, that is, the Terra Court seeks out evidence of Lady Walker's crimes to bring to the new captain, Orin Terre, mostly concerning the disappearance of the acting Burgomaster, Lydia Volakovich. Along the way, they help a goblin named Jack out of a well, but not after ensuring he can never procreate again, and encountered familiar faces like Esmeralda, Van Richten, and Suko once again, with a new outfit and a new attitude. They also helped the townsfolk however they could, and met with Captain Terre. During their investigation, they discover a link towards Zelia's disappearance, a totem of the Faerunian goddess Umberly, the Queen of the Depths, and how Bluto gave his soul to appease her. They also discover another lead to check out the Wachter House for physical proof, and an unrepentant Vargas Volakovich, as Sugash found. The Terra Court journeys to the Wachter House with Van Richten, distracted the servants with small talk and Jelly World, and uncovered a ritual chamber in the basement.
And CC ran.
And most damning of all, a room containing the body of Valentine, the very same man they rescued from the old mill, hollowed out and missing his organs. But we have a bit of a battle to head to.
Yeah, where are we starting?
So yeah, give me 1 second as we.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Also, hi Ryan.
All right. Hey. Okay. So, for your concern, Suko, the rest of the party, Mimi and Suko, hear about the whole infernal worship shit. Since you're on the upper level right now, and outside, it's probably not likely you heard it. Probably. And
Yeah, I was just
Mimi
wondering if we got told
yeah.
specifically at all.
No. Also, Ark and Ricky are on the bottom floor in the cellar where they found the ritual chamber. I thought there was...
Ricky's telepathy wouldn't be able to reach you unless you were specifically trying to tune into it.
I actually believe I was trying to tune into it and just saying things out loud in my brain. Like, you know how you do that? You just start saying things and... Yeah.
Intentionally thinking loudly is a great way to let him know you're there.
Okay, so, let's get right down to business then. Kira and Corey, you're both up with a natural 20, for both of you.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Hang on. Before we get to anywhere else. I thought there was... Oh, right. Kedrot, Sugash, Kira, and Corey, since you four rolled beautifully on your saves, because this no. This gentleman right here, Angus, played some Pipes of Haunting, and you all succeeded on your saves. Go ahead and roll all of your attacks with advantage.
Okay.
Halik will hold one of them down, so he'll try and hold Angus down. And he says, "I've got this one!" And Annika will hold down this guy, David.
Could I make a little just icon-related request?
Sure.
Could you, like, right-click on them and put, like, a little red dot over the ones that are hostile?
Yeah, good idea.
Like,
Oh no,
Corey is
Corey's
hostile.
yeah.
It's like, oh no,
so
we're
She's
fucked.
finally joining the dark side.
It's like, oh no, we're fucked
It's been
now.
leading to this. Okay. So,
Wait a minute.
Kira huh? What's up?
That's the wrong one being hostile.
Oopsies.
Isn't it?
No, we're right.
What?
Yeah, no, the one with the wrench icon. Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, you put it-
That's an oops. Yeah, I thought I clicked the right one. Yeah, I gotcha. All right.
Plot twist.
All right. So, back to business. Kira/Corey, it's your turn. What doing? wants to go
Corey,
first?
you wanna? Corey, how about you go first? Because I'm doing some measuring right now.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Well, guess there's a gentleman right next to me, so I might target him. But just gonna have a quick read of the... Yeah, what I can do again.
That's fine.
I did have extra attack, good.
What are you planning?
I think Sugash knows what I'm about to do.
Would this be... This is probably still within... Because the grid's slightly off. Is this within 5 feet or 10 feet?
We'll say it's 5 feet, 10 feet, yeah.
Yeah. Just for green flame blading reasons.
Ooh, alright. So, go ahead and make your attack then.
Yeah, just reading my things. It's been a while.
Been a while.
Been a while.
It has been a while.
Okay. Wah. Wah.
Wow.
Wah.
Wah!
Oh, I should have gone 2d8. Whoops. So that was with advantage, did you say?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, that's a good roll. Attack roll. Maths. Yep, that is a 26 to hit this lad.
Fuck.
Alright, 26 to hit. That hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
So that was with a green flame blade, so...
Oh, yes, question. I would like to ask, is this going to be lethal or non-lethal?
Non-lethal.
Non-lethal, gotcha. So, we can flavor it pretty interestingly, but go ahead and calculate damage.
Yep. So that's... Hold on, grabbing my notepad.
Yeah, that's alright.
7. Oh, that is a terrible roll, but that's okay. Oh good, it's with my spellcasting ability modifier. That's less terrible then. Okay, so that is 7 stabby damage and 8 fiery damage.
Okay, so by brandishing your rapier, considering that these are of lower status than the people you fought previously, you didn't want to hurt them too bad. So what you did was
Oh, actually, I
ra-
misread. It's just one fiery damage. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Yep.
So what was the damage total?
8.
8 damage. Okay. So you, bearing in mind of their status, you wreath your rapier's blade with a gentle green glow, and what you did was sort of hit with the side of the rapier to give him a little cut across the cheek. Ah! And he, while struggling in Annika's grip, he tries to wrestle from it, but the damage that you dealt was just enough for the spell to take hold. But he is looking not good. So,
I've still got an extra attack.
that you do.
Yeah, I can't really move through enemy spaces, can I? Oh wait, I can
What's
extra
your
attack
size?
with cantrips. I'm a
What's your size,
small.
Corey? You're small. I would say that you'd be able to move between their spaces.
Okay. Did Roll20 change their layout?
A
Did they-
little bit.
Okay, good. I was
Yeah.
wondering if I was insane.
I mean, you might still be, but unrelated.
True.
Yeah, that's besides the point. So, what else would you like to do?
I would also like to attack this lady.
Okay, so you attack. I believe that's Amalthea.
Mm.
All right. Oh, hang on. Let's make sure we can actually see you, Corey. So, bit of spoilers here. That's okay. Okay. So go ahead and roll.
This is my
attack.
D20.
Yeah,
That
turns
is
itself.
22 to hit.
22 to hit, definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Da, 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 da. 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay, yeah, same thing. So, second burst, same as the first. You slide past David here and make your way towards Amalthea. And while she had her dagger ready, you bat it out of her hand, and she goes, ah! And she holds her hand in pain because you cut her just below the wrist area with the flexor muscles. And it's enough to actually get her on her knees. You can tell that she's not much of a fighter. And you did green flame blade on David, right? Is the flames wreathed around Amalthea here?
I don't think I'd be able to do it twice on a turn, so no, that's just regular.
Okay, that's all right. It's good to know.
Yep.
All right. Anything else?
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay.
My turn.
Kira, your turn. Yeah. What are you doing?
All right. I'm in this room. I don't know why I was there. Hey,
That's all right.
so I'm gonna quicken.
Okay. Quicken.
Sugash, my buddy, my pal, my amigo, get haste.
Hasted!
All right. So, Kira, you charge out of the den to see all this commotion, wondering what that horrible noise was. And you see this guy playing some flutes, and you see everyone is, attacking the servants that are attacking you. And you look over to Sagash, and you take your scepter in one hand. Its eyes glow as you hold out your other hand, point to Sagash, and cast the spell as a gentle wisp swirls around his body.
Yep. So he's got a +2 to AC. He's got double movement, and I believe he also gets an extra attack. Now, I don't like this music.
Oh, an extra action, by the way.
Yeah.
An extra
Yeah.
Extra
action
action,
that
yes.
can only be used
Yeah.
on some specific things. You also get advantage on dex saves.
Which he's already good at, so
Yeah.
good job.
So, this guy who's playing these pipes, I'm not liking that, so I'm going to attack him with the good old Radiant Blast.
Okay, go ahead and roll a spell attack.
I'll make sure you declare whether if that's non-lethal.
Yes, that's true.
I guess I did hear. Did Corey mention not to attack them lethally?
Yeah, Corey, does everyone is everyone on the same page here?
Yeah.
Let's leave it up to you, Corey.
Corey just sort of went about it for herself, but like if
Sugash could probably mention it.
yeah, and like
Alright.
knowing her, like I feel like people would probably expect that she'd rather non-lethal.
Yeah, good idea. Okay, so
Alrighty.
Sugash calls out
Don't
something
kill
along the
them.
lines of- Yes.
All
Perfect.
right, gotcha. Non-lethal.
Okay.
That is a 19.
A 19 to hit will hit. Just to let you guys know, these guys do not. They have an armor class, but it's not near your level. So pretty much all your attacks are gonna hit.
Okay, so remind me, do I have to make 2 attack rolls or just 1 attack roll and just roll 2d10?
Your choice. You can either devote all of your beams on one target, or you can disperse it.
I'm going to attack with both beams on that guy. Non-lethal damage, of course.
Okay, sure. So, your hand glows with a gentle, warm, golden light as you blast your radiant blasts on him.
All right, that will be 13 damage.
Okay. In total, or for the first one?
That's in total.
Okay, gotcha. 13 damage.
And I'm hoping just to get him to stop playing that damn music.
yeah. Yeah, let me just do some quick maths here. All right, so yes, it actually is enough. Let me go ahead and find combat music to, keep things
Makes this a little bit more.
flowing smoothly.
Yeah, make it a little bit more appropriate.
Yeah, because with those blasts in mind, you hit him in the chest first, which makes the flute sound go like, and yeah.
And hello to Brandon Hately. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right.
Money!
Yeah, so with the first hit, you hit Angus in the chest, so it causes him to misplay a note. And on the second hit, you hit him across the head, which, yes, does stop the music. Hang on, let's just skip through this because I did load this song a couple times. There we go, perfect.
All right. All right, that will. Technically, I haven't moved because I don't know why my
You can
token
move.
was in. I'm move just a smidge here, and that will do it for me.
Okay, good deal. Good job, Corey and Kira. So, gosh, it's your turn, and you do have haste activated, so go nuts, man.
Yeah, so, and I have advantage attacking this guy too, so this is gonna be fun. First
Advantage and a
action,
+2 because you're flanking.
yeah,
Yes, that's true. Yeah, because Halik is helping you. He's like, go get him!
so I'm not even actually using the double blade to attack. I am actually doing punches.
Yeah, so you're just doing straight up martial arts.
Uh,
You can do it with weapons, but...
order. So... No. That's what this turn is gonna look like.
Okay.
There's not a nat 20, but that is a 27 to hit.
That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage. As you're giving me that, you go, oh no, as you're just pelting Angus in the face in multiple areas, blocking his key in areas that you were trained to identify in your past.
Do I have D8s already out, or do I have to fish them? Because we had discussed the upgrade to martial arts die.
That's right. You deal more damage than official sources say.
Now, let's see here. Technically, an attack with unarmed is not an attack with a simpler martial weapon, so I don't get to use Orcish Fury. However, I don't know if I want to do Favored Foe. I don't know if I want to spend that. How many times? What's based on proficiency bonus? Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I don't want to spend that because that's per long rest, and so it's just going to be the one die for this attack. 7 non-lethal damage, which is why I'm doing punch. Extra attack, however.
All right, go ahead.
Let's see if I can crit with this one.
Let's see.
Ooh, that's a 12 to hit.
12 to hit, you said?
Yep.
That's okay. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
I rolled 2 2s on the dot. So that's 7. So that's 8 more non-lethal damage. I guess with my haste extra action, I should do the attack action again, which is going to be 2 more attacks. That hits but doesn't crit. That's 11 more non-lethal damage. How's he looking?
He's out cold. So
okay.
How would you like to deal the final blow on this guy?
So it's like 1, 2 to the face, and I can see that he's like getting really woozy on that one. So the last one goes straight to the gut, so as to do less damage to like his brain, as I'm knocking him out.
All right. So with that in mind, all of the air in his lungs just completely escapes him as Halik gently sets him down and puts him on the ground just there. So he is out cold.
Extra attack on the second attack. I'll just put myself right here because basically I'm moving here.
Whoosh!
So you vault over the table and do a somersault jump, and as you make a 3-point landing, turn around to face this guy.
27 to hit on that.
That hits.
That's only 6 non-lethal. That's okay, because I have an ability called Flurry of Blows.
All right. So go ahead and attack again.
23. 8 non-lethal damage. How they look?
Second verse, same as the first. Out cold.
In fewer attacks that time. Okay. Well,
yeah, because Corey did well to soften him up for you.
Unfortunately, I can't. I don't think I can move into like the same space as Corey there.
Yeah. Not to mention the hallway's a little cramped, so
yeah.
Well, hold on. She is small. I'm gonna let you do it.
Even move into the same space?
Yeah. She's tiny.
I'd imagine I jump over and like kind of or no, I slide I slide underneath, get Corey on top of my shoulders as I deliver another blow.
That's
Yeah, okay,
adorable.
so yeah, you take her by the wrist and then flip her over. She somersaults onto your back and just sort of hangs on like a koala as you do your thing.
This one, unfortunately, does not have advantage or flanking bonus. But it's still a 23 to hit.
That hits.
And that is going to be 10 more non-lethal damage.
10 more non-lethal damage. Okay, so as you strike Amalthea here, she's like, no wait, I surrendered! As you crack her on in the gut, as she once again, like all the others, falls prone.
I think that was a fairly effective turn.
It was definitely an effective turn.
Yeah, I think that'll work.
Okay, so there's only one servant left, and that is Magdalene. So it is her turn now, and
By the way, don't forget to move the initiative.
oh yeah, that's right. Thank you. I totally forgot about that feature. Gotcha. Okay, so Amalthea's turn is up, and she is simply gonna walk downstairs. Let's move her out of the way. Actually, you know what? She'll gently put Amalthea here, and then she's going to turn around to you both and say, "Oh, you're in for it now." And she is going to go ahead and she's gonna try and grapple you, Sugash. So strength contest. Her athletics against your acrobatics, I believe.
It's either athletics or acrobatics on my end, and I'm choosing acrobatics.
And she's choosing athletics. So let's see what we get. All right.
Does she beat a 23?
I would say no, because with the haste prepared, she tries to lunge for you, but you just sidestep out of the way. And she like turns in your direction, surprised with how fast you moved. And yeah, that's just gonna end her turn. She's bewildered.
Sugash doing fancy footwork.
Okay, so this is interesting. Mimi, let's go upstairs with you. And let's do this quickly. So yeah, you opened the door to the master bedroom. So, oh wait, no, hold on, I'm wrong. Yeah, no, I'm right. So across from the door, a fire sputters and struggles for life in the hearth, above which hangs a framed family portrait, a noble father and mother, their 2 young sons, and a baby daughter in the father's arms. The sons are smiling in a way that suggests mischief. The parents give an air of royalty, despite not being in the castle. Wood paneling covers the walls of the room. A closet and a framed mirror flank a curtained window to the south. To the north, a wide canopy bed lies pinned between matching end tables with oil lamps. Stretched out on one side of the bed is a man dressed in black, his eyes each covered with a copper piece. And you turn in horror as you realize Valentine lying in the bed, impeccably dressed, quite deceased, and under the impression that he's been here a long time. And as you just stare in horror, you hear the door creak open a bit as Lynx enters the room behind you, and he says, "What the fuck is all that racket? I'm trying to drown my sorrows and what the fuck?" Is that a fucking corpse? Mimi, you're on mute.
I didn't realize I was. Listen,
Oh my god!
TP.
It happens.
listen. It happens. It happens. I've not been.
All right. So
I was.
yeah.
I was recently bathrooming. I am sorry.
No, it's okay. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
So Blink's
No,
in
I
the
heard
room.
everything.
Yeah.
I heard everything. I just forgot to unmute.
That's all right.
Mimi seems to have realized is kind of is shocked to see the man's corpse and is kind of preoccupied with that she doesn't realize that she's talking to a talking cat.
Just for reference, you know who Blinks is.
I know.
Yeah.
But like,
So he's just like, wait a minute. Are you? He takes a sniff of you. You're the cleric, lady gal. Why do you look like a giant teddy bear? I'm not one to judge, but
Mimi has to quickly explain. I was in disguise.
oh, okay, all right, that's fine. Wait a minute. You hear a click as the room begins to feel a little toasty. And this was actually enough to make Blinks go sober. You hear a distinct hissing sound, and he's like, "Get down!" Go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh, that's not good. 9.
What'd you get? A 9. Oof. That's not good. So you take just quickly
Million.
you take 8 points of fire damage as the flames lick your shoulders, and you do get on the ground, but you have been burned. And
I'd like to add, I have resistance to fire damage, so that's only 4 damage.
that's true. Thank you for pointing that out. It doesn't hurt
Mimi
as much
does.
as it
Yeah,
could've.
Mimi
You can
doesn't
see.
look at explosions.
Yeah.
Okay, we need a picture of that.
Yeah, so Blinks looks at you and says, Do you understand where you're at right now?
Honestly, everything's so happening so fast.
It's a burn room. It's designed to destroy evidence. You gotta shut it off.
All right. In that case, is Mimi able to quickly scan to see if there's any way to shut off the burn?
Alright. For this, go ahead and roll an investigation check for me. And Blinks is providing the help action, so you get advantage.
Okay, let's roll. Okay, that first roll without the modifiers is a 9. That second roll without is much better. You said investigation?
Yes.
Okay, dirty 20.
Okay, with a dirty 20, your attention brings you over to this vanity mirror. So you rush over to there, and Blinks pitter-patters right next to you. And then you notice that the mirror is swinging a little bit, so you flip it around, and you see a pretty complex system, which somehow, in this day and age, electronically powers this room. So what would you like to do?
I want to see if I know how to turn it off. If Mimi can figure it out. I require another roll.
So, I'm gonna let you do one of two things. One, you could cast a spell, or two, you can do a straight intelligence check. Because of you're writing that line.
Okay. Okay, so I decided. So, natural 20 on the intelligence check.
Okay, so how would you like to disable the trap?
I assume, despite everything, Mimi's able to quickly identify a button. There's at least a button. Like, through all the gizmos and contraptions in this little thing, she's able to recognize a button.
Yeah.
And presses
So the
it.
heat, the heat barely bothers you as you feel around the mechanism a little bit, and you find a little kill switch right where your thumb is on the bottom of the box here, and you flick it, and you hear a phew as the flames have dispersed. And Blinks looks at you and just calmly puts his bottle down outside of the room and pushes it with his foot, and then it falls on the ground and stains the floor with wine.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, don't thank me. You're the one who saved the house from burning. Wait a minute. Maybe that was the idea.
Well, she looks back at the corpse. Considering that, it's not impossible.
What do you think?
We have to tell the others.
All right, I'll stay here. Make sure that there's no other surprises. I'll do a little investigating. You go downstairs.
All right. And okay, so obviously, this point, because she did move 5, I'm gonna take a. I'm gonna say I can only go up to here.
All right. So you're racing down the steps, and Suko, because of how fast everything is moving, you were on your way to go back downstairs to see what the hubbub is about, and you see Mimi rushing from one room to the next, and you see her racing down the hall. And yeah, we'll just say that's the end of your turn, Mimi.
Yeah.
Ricky.
Before we do, I do want to say, wait, was that? She as she gets out of the room, it's like she just has the brief realization. Wait, was that the cat talking?
All right.
I have been
Ricky.
laughing my ass off this entire time. I'm sorry.
All right, so Ricky,
Party
you
Donna skits
are
are so good.
downstairs. Yeah. We'll say that you hear the muffled commotion from upstairs.
Is there anyone on the ground floor thinking incredibly loudly about what the fuck?
We'll say,
Ooh.
Sugash, would it be fair to
Yeah.
say that your thoughts are rather noisy?
Rather noisy and fast-paced.
All right, you hear Sugash.
They're fighting
Because
up there.
haste. Because haste, you see.
He's thinking in gibberish. They're in the middle of a fight. He's saying this to Ark.
He's like, oh, you gotta be kidding me.
It seems he decided to make a comment. Anyway, we should probably find out where this goes. And he's gonna go up to the stairwell.
All right. Okay.
Movement is that's 20 feet.
And you did enter the cellar from this.
Yeah, we entered
area
from over here. I'm trying to figure out where this one goes.
Wait. Yeah. Good call. So, yeah, you know what? Let's just go ahead and reveal this quadrant here. We'll say that you come out from here, make your way through this broom closet here, and then you can make your way into the storage room, which I will also reveal for you. And just for the sake of brevity, we can say that Ark is tailing very close behind. So, Ark, go ahead and put your token here.
Okay.
All right. Unfortunately, I don't think there's much you can do, considering you used all your movement to climb the stairs.
There isn't
Good.
much I can do at this point. Except there is.
Oh, is there?
Let's not forget, you've given me quite a powerful weapon.
Pinprick.
So, as part of his movement, actually, rather than going, as soon as he figures out that this is now the ground floor, he's going to grab Ark and use his action to drag the two of them into the dining room.
All right. So, with a swing of your sword, a portal whips open, and Ark, you're taken for a ride through what you thought was the storage room all the way to the dining room. And you look around a bit, and you cock your head to one side as you realize, oh,
Like,
this is the dining room.
yeah, it is like,
This also removes my invisibility.
it's like, Ricky, that was
because you
cool.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah. It's like, okay, what the?
So what
yeah.
the hell happened up here?
I'll tear you limb from limb!
Ark,
You'll
squash
have to
that.
actually touch me first. And with Corey on his shoulders, he's doing like boxing ducking move.
Yeah, and let me know if this is in character, Corey. I'm just imagining Corey doing the thing you see in cartoons.
She's making a little lizard hiss.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chuck's asked some questions, and then all of a sudden these guys got a little hostile. Try not to kill them.
Okay.
Ark expresses disappointment. Alright, so I believe that's the end of your turn, Ricky, unless you have another trick up your sleeve.
That is the end of my turn. I don't have
Alright.
line of sight on this guy, so I can't curse him.
Yeah. So, it would be David's turn, but he's unconscious. So, Suko, go back
I
upstairs.
would like to, because I'm heavily suspicious of the cat, because Suko has never seen this cat before in her life, and it was drinking.
Mhm.
So Suko is likely going to... Is the window locked? Did we...
You can jimmy it open, rather easily. So you take one of your tomthas and jam it open, and you push it upwards, and then you can crawl your way into the house.
Alright, and then if someone could move my token for me, I'm not quite at the computer. I am actually going to, still invisible, sneak into the room with the cat and just see what it's doing.
Okay, so you traipse your way into the master bedroom. You see Blinks keeping watch, sort of scanning the area, checking it twice, checking it thrice, and then he actually opens the closet door to this, and he's like, man, they kept it after all this time. As you notice something sparkling in the corner right here. Through your vision, you can see that it's a piece of armor. And as you're sort of skulking about, what would you like to do? You can also briefly feel this room being toastier than what it was in the hallway.
I imagine because this door was likely open because of the cat, I saw like a little bit of like sudden light appear. And I was like, what the fuck? Now this room smells smoky and burnt. But
yeah. And it also smells terrible, like something rotten has been left out in the sun for too long. As you turn around and see a corpse, completely mutilated and appears to have been gutted in some way just from a glance. But you can check it for more details if you wish.
I would actually like to, yeah.
All right.
Go over here and check the body, see if there's anything I can look into with it.
All right. So, go ahead and roll me either an Arcana or Religion check.
That is a 16 on religion.
Okay. So, from your vague recollections of your past life, you were privy to some of your master's ramblings about this and that, but one of them being that in some cultures harvest blood and organs for very specific magical practices, mainly for sangromancy, blood magic. And because of how barbaric the implications are from a first impressions basis, this type of magic has been frowned upon, if not outright illegal in some regions, out of fear for what this type of magic can do. You also notice that he's been thoroughly hollowed out. And if you look closely, you can also see that his tongue has been cut out.
Kinda messed up. Well, with that information, Suko really doesn't know what's happening downstairs pretty much at all. There's some ruckus, but that was about it. So she thinks this is call to action now that there's probably incredibly dangerous people in this building. So she's going to race down here, because she spent... How much movement does she have? She was here, went to here, went to here. She's likely just gonna jump over the banister.
Alright, that's fine. So while you do that, give me one moment. So... as you exit the room and then hop down the stairs, Blinks did roll a 13 on his perception, so his ears are gonna flick, and then he's like,
yeah. He doesn't even need to roll proper perception for it because I don't have Skulker, which means if I move at full speed, I'm no longer stealthing. So they know that something's there.
Alright,
but,
so
you know, it's
he
invisible.
races out of the door. Go ahead.
So, and also Mimi, you hear a thump at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah. Mimi and Suka, we can say that you guys are down here on the ground floor now, and you just hear Blinks going, "Hey, hey, who are you?"
Thump. Whoever this is, I think you called them Magdalena at one point.
Yes, Magdalena.
Yeah, she just
And
hears
she-
a loud thump behind her, which
does shock her, but not enough to react in time to whatever you're about to do. So.
yeah. If I've still got an action after all of that,
Apologies, I'm stretching.
yeah.
Given-
Do I have an action or a bonus action or?
Given that you did use your movement, what are the rules? Because she was circling back a couple times.
Yeah, I also specifically have 45 feet of movement
Oh,
naturally.
Yeah,
Just a heads up.
Okay.
That's why I measured out 45 feet. I'm like, oh yeah, that actually works. I jumped down here.
Okay, yeah, sure. So, the movement, I would say, because you moved the full distance, that's your action. You should still have a bonus action, I believe.
Bonus action? Can you use your offhand strike even if you didn't make an attack as your main action? How does two-weapon fighting work, people? I've never done it before. Anybody?
I believe to do the offhand strike, you would have had to have attacked with the main hand.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is the truth.
Yeah, that's
Alright.
the truth. I just looked it up.
Then I'm gonna probably spend the bonus action, quote unquote, because I don't really need to spend an action on it. Concentrating on my form as I become visible. So I look normal, but I am fully visible.
Alright, sure.
And I'm just standing there right behind this person with two tonfas at the ready.
She just sort of squints and tilts her head to one side. Confused.
Really bad. Yeah.
So, yeah, knock her out.
Alright.
Oh,
Last one left.
But as you say that, Suka goes, "Oh," and then that's the end of the time.
Alright, so,
That's the end of the turn.
Kedrot, it's up to you now.
Alrighty. In that case, I do have enough movement to do this fun little maneuver. So I'm going to have Kedrot go over to this side, and since we are doing non-lethal, I think it is time for him to break out the blacksmith tail guard.
Flanking.
Yeah, you get a +2. So,
And I have advantage.
Yeah, advantage. So go ahead.
That is going to be a 17 to hit.
A 17 to hit definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Right. So that is going to be a 9 bludgeoning.
Okay, so 9 bludgeoning damage. As you motion around Magdalena, you crack her side with your tail guard.
Yeah. Well, actually. So the way that I was imagining this, so like the thing I was imagining is like Kedra is basically like running over here, and he basically just takes like a big giant leap, and he does like a sideways somersault while also whacking her like on like the top of the head with the tail guard, and then just landing like right next to her.
Yeah, sure. And she like grabs her head in pain, like ugh, ugh, as you do that.
Yep. And also, I have extra attack A.
All right, go ahead and attack A again.
Yep. Let's see, and that is going to be a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
That's going to be another 9 damage.
Okay, yeah. So, you whack her again, and it was 9 damage, right?
Yes.
Yeah, just make sure I heard you right. Okay. Yeah, you knock her out cold.
Suko, Kedron, and Sugash
Yeah.
just doing the JoJo meme.
Yeah, so these guys haven't landed a hit on you guys. As combat draws to a close, and you are faced with 4 unconscious servants. Let's change the music too.
I got rope. We want to tie him up real quick.
Suko looks back to Mimi, locks eyes, and goes, "You tell them." And Suko runs up the wall and back into the room.
That seems like a good idea.
So,
Blink sees Suko running up the wall like a weird demon creature, and like goes around the top of the doorway and into the room.
And Blinks sees you moving, and actually the timing of the music was perfect. He follows you with his eyes going like
the heck? Casual reminder, Mimi is still the only one who wasn't really, hasn't really seen Suko in action, so, her just climbing up the wall like a
Okay, you know what?
spider.
Not even gonna question it.
Never mind.
You know what? That's not even the weirdest thing that happened today.
yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Everyone, can you come upstairs with me?
Sure.
Let's get these guys tied up first.
Okay, you do
so-
that, and
Alright, so who's following Mimi upstairs immediately, and who's staying downstairs to tie these guys down?
I can help up with the I can help up with the tying.
Okay.
Curry will follow.
So Corey's going upstairs.
Sugash, do you got these two? Because I'll go upstairs. If you...
He pulls out his 2 sets of manacles. Yep, I got him.
All right. Here's some extra rope just in case.
Yeah, I only have 2, so.
Alright, so Halik and Annika step back a bit to let you guys do your thing. And as you tie them up, everyone else heads upstairs to enter the room where you're met with a grisly sight.
What?
Oh, hey,
the-
it's a whole party here.
Hi, Blink.
Hey, princess.
wait a minute. Do you guys?
Yeah,
Mimi just.
Yeah, we know
Okay.
the cat. Don't worry.
What happened while I was gone?
What the fuck? Do I recognize
so-
that corpse?
Yeah, you immediately recognize it as Valentine. And you remember when you left him in the care of Lady Wachter, and you're immediately feeling some regret on that decision now.
Yep, and also Kira is feeling a little mad.
Suko's gonna say a quick prayer in Celestial and just kind of put a hand on the bed next to them.
When I find Lady Wachter, I'm gonna have a nice few words with her.
Before that,
We were almost burned. Mimi
Okay.
points to the little mirror where Blix is.
What we got? Go on.
There was a mechanism under here that tried to burn this room and potentially this house. So,
yeah, I'll
Trying
tell
to
you what I
find
told her.
Um,
This was a burn room. Clearly, Fiona didn't want anyone to come into this place, and if the house does burn down, you guys could have been her scapegoats, but luckily, she deactivated the trap.
is the device still there?
Yeah,
it still
yeah.
is.
He steps back to let you investigate it, Corey.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna go get a friend of ours who could talk to if his spirit is still here. She's calling out to Ricky.
All right. So,
You two have to
you
excuse
hear,
me. I can hear them calling.
yeah, yeah. So you hear Kira calling for you up from upstairs, Ricky, and yeah, naturally you just race up the steps, enter the room.
What the fuck happened in here?
Apparently, Lady Wachter is gonna feel some, gonna get some complaints, but regardless, do you sense Valentino's spirit in here?
Do I?
Ricky, as you contemplate this, let's go ahead and have you roll perception for me.
The big dice time. Yeah. That is 10.
A 10.
A 10.
If there ever was a presence here, it's long passed into the mists at this point. But as you look at the corpse of Valentine, you think back to your brother's experiences in the old mill, where you fought those night hags for Valentine's and Yeska's defense, sure, but you also remembered how quickly you acted before thinking.
This situation is only getting worse and worse, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, we got proof that Lady Fiona Wachter is doing some forbidden rituals things going on.
Not quite. You need physical proof, but before that, hey, Ricky, I want to show you something. And he leads you to the closet door, and opens it by butting his head on it to open the door.
He does the little thing where he shoves his paws underneath the door.
Yeah, you know what? I like that more. So he does that instead, and shows you the way. You see a piece of armor, in stuffed up in the little corner there. Among shelves of fancy footwear and many fine garments, including a black ceremonial robe with a hood, which definitely strikes you as culty. But you see on the high shelf the piece of well-kept armor. Suko, I want you to roll a history check.
While Suko's doing that, Ricky's just sort of gonna broadcast it to the first floor again. There's some culty shit up here, so gosh, you know this more than I do.
To be clear, it was a history from me, was it?
Yes. Oh, and we can
Alright.
say that we can put all the servants in a row in front of the table.
I
That way
didn't
they
realize
understand.
I was muted when I said the thing that I said.
Sorry.
But I said, well, I think these guys are good and secure. I'll be back.
Yep. You go on. I'll keep an eye on him.
And by now the haste has at least worn off enough where he's not talking a mile a minute.
You
Yeah,
are
so-
thoroughly exhausted afterwards.
There is a turn where
Yeah,
you're
so
incapacitated.
you walk up the stairs and you feel lethargic for some reason. That you have to sort of pace yourself and then walk into the room.
I like to think that I like to think that when once Sugashin gets into the room, he just gets so tired that he sits on the bed.
Well,
I got a 17, by the way.
does.
I would
Yeah.
imagine he walks into the room and he gets woken up by this shit.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
What the fuck?
That's
yeah,
what I said.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I heard you.
Uh-huh. So, with the history... Oh, what? Hold on. Oh, yes, Corey. First, let's
do that
resolve...
one.
Suko's first, and then, we'll get to you. So, you got a 17 on history, right?
Yes.
So, yeah. You take a look at the armor, and you've heard about this in your travels, but you recognize this armor as one belonging to an individual called Ezekiel Wachter.
Locked a family heirloom. Odd.
And specifically, you learn the information. You recall the information being that the Wachters were given this armor by Strahd as thanks for aiding him to his rise to power. And it's in really, really good condition despite its age. And I imagine you relay this information to
Yeah,
Ricky.
I kind of, I just lean over Ricky's shoulder for a second, and just repeat that essentially.
Walked a family heirloom, a suit of armor that's somehow survived. How long?
Seven
Suko
centuries.
kind of shakes her head. I don't know, like a while, about a half of a millennial.
All right. So, back to the show of hands. Corey, you would like to inspect the burn room device?
Yep.
All right. Let me double check something for you. Because I do have the perfect role in mind for you. I just want to make sure I'm remembering.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead and make a tinker check.
Okay. So that's that would that be like an intelligence roll?
Intelligence plus proficiency, I would say.
Yep.
Yeah.
God, where'd my dice go? There it is.
Do it. Alright, and then we'll go to Kipra and then Mimi. Gotcha.
Okay, that's a 16.
A 16. Alright, with that in mind, you inspect the... Hang on, let's go ahead and clear this then. So you inspect the device, and it's not like anything you've ever seen before. There's all these different nodes and wires that are markedly advanced for this region, which definitely speaks to the wealth that the Wachter family has, but mainly there's the lever which turns the device on and off, and there's some cords actually running into the wall itself, and given that most of the wood is burned away, you can see that there's a metal surface underneath them. So you get the feeling that it's electronically powered somehow.
Hmm.
And I believe with that, we can go to Kedrot next. Kedrot's looking around the room as he's studying the details. So, yeah, Kedrot, as Corey is inspecting the device and seeing if she can use some of its parts for later. You don't notice anything that everyone else hasn't noticed already, but you do take note of the intent behind the device, and you actually notice, standing where Sugash is, you can see the wine that Blinks dropped earlier piddling into the room, and where Sugash is standing, you can see a very pronounced groove, and you get the idea that so with what Corey had in mind, you basically see a pressure switch.
Kedrat's just gonna be going towards it. The thing is, he's more so like not trying to find anything new about the room. He's actually just more so trying to picture the image of what happened here in his head for something later. Does he? So are like the walls like from the like are like the walls like are the walls like charred or anything from the flames went up?
Extremely, yes.
Okay, so he's going to use that to like measure just how high the flames are able to go from the devices. So he's also going to be taking note of that.
Okay. Go ahead and roll investigation in that case.
Okay. Okay. Yep. There's a D20. Let's see. That is going to be a 14 on investigation.
A 14. So looking at the walls and then following the sort of pattern that they had, you look up to the ceiling, and yeah, definitely a lot of it has been charred. It sort of arcs upwards and hits the ceiling. If it were to burn any longer, then it would have started to give way. And then I believe we're going to Mimi next.
Yeah, no, Mimi's just mostly just gonna ask. I'm sure we've gotten a lot from in here. Quickly checks the closet. Is there anything in the closet?
Other than some new piece of armor, just some nice dress shoes, dress clothes, some black robes.
I'm sure the black ropes don't mean anything. Clearly. Apart from anything in, I think we've gotten most of the evidence we could need in here. Did anyone else find anything?
Should I bring up the that note I found?
Yes. This is the perfect time for it.
I think Curry will.
I hear the magpies in your background.
I wondered if they'd come through.
Yeah, the Maggie's allowed today.
Yep, having a good time. But yeah, Curry brings out that note she found in it was Lydia's room, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. And because I'm like, she'll read it out, but I'll just sort of post it.
All right.
Can I post it? Yes, I can. There we go.
So
and important things to note.
Everyone. So Corey takes a minute to show you the letter that Lydia wrote to her back when you were investigating the mansion. And while you guys are reading that, Sugash, you wanted to inspect the body of Valentine, specifically for what rituals?
Yes.
All right, so yeah, you can either roll investigation or arcana.
I believe either way that should add my profession die.
It does, yes.
And I'm going to roll investigation.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 26.
All right, so you check the mouth of Valentine, and you take note that his tongue has been cut out like the servant in the Burgomaster's mansion, the one that was completely flayed and made to look like Lydia, but then you quickly found out from her spirit that she wasn't Lydia at all.
Same type of wound as the one in the mansion.
And with information provided by Suko, you learn that with his hollowed out body, deprived of his organs, it has a lot to do with ancient blood sacrifices for sangromancy magic. And you take another look at him, and you see that there's a distinct stink of magic about him. And you look at his eyes and notice that each one is covered in a copper piece.
A copper on each eye.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It sounds a bit cheap, doesn't it?
If I'm not mistaken, that's typically like in certain mythologies, or that's used as payment to cross the river into death. That's the toll.
Right.
Usually they're given gold.
Yes. So you're right. Someone
Yeah,
did cheap out.
They tried to cheat our pavement. That's not good. That usually comes back on.
Actually, would I know if copper pieces on the eyes mean something different?
Judging from the copper pieces on the eyes, along with the tongue being removed is a sign of wanting to keep them quiet. The copper pieces, you theorize, leads more along the lines of making sure that their actions remain unseen. Whoever did this to him.
No. This doesn't have to do with passage into the afterlife. It has to do with keeping what caused this invisible.
So what do we do?
Cults.
So what do we do? Do we? I don't want to leave his body here.
He is evidence. The tongue being removed alone is an indication of the serial nature of the murder, alongside what happened to the fake Lydia, thus very much directly implicating Lady Wachter in all of this.
Could I distinguish of how old the corpse is? Because that could be a good indicator too.
No need to roll for this one. You can just tell by looking at it and judging from the smell. This body has been here for weeks.
He's been here for weeks, so that's just proves she's been doing this even before the body we found at Burgermaster's house.
And as you're having this conversation, Ricky, you wanted to do a little makeover on the new armor you found.
Come here, bud.
So, Ricky wouldn't be caught dead wearing the crest of this household because of what he now knows they're doing. So he's gonna pull the armor down and locate where the crest is on each piece of the armor and go over to Kedrot for some help.
Right.
Do you mind? And he pulls out Pinprick, heating this up.
Not at all. And he just starts breathing a gentle stream of flames to heat up the metal.
Once it's reached a white hot level, he's going to press it over the crest, rebranding the armor from the Wachter House's crest to the Belmondo clan's crest.
And easily enough, you burn the image of the Belmondo crest onto where the Wachter House crest used to be, and with a gentle simmer, it cools down and settles into the new symbol.
Give me a few moments. He goes into the closet, and a few minutes later comes back out wearing the armor.
Sugash in particular does not know how to feel about that. Not because he doesn't feel that Ricky deserves, not because he doesn't feel that Ricky belongs, but like it kind of accentuates the weight on his shoulders of his family's legacy. So some very complex emotions going through his head on that.
I can hear that.
And
stop doubting yourself. He just points over at Sugash. They're in this together, Sugash.
You're right. I'm overthinking it.
Moving on
Mimi.
to Kira.
Mimi, can you help me prepare and wrap his body up?
She nods.
Because this is very strong evidence, and I do want to give him a proper at least.
Alright, so easily enough, you, with Mimi's help, wrap the body of Valentine with the bedcloth, and it takes some doing, and you do manage to tie a knot around it to, you know, keep it and the smell sealed.
Also, that's also more proof because the bedsheet is from the Wachter house.
Yeah. Oh, yes, and as Corey is relaying the letter to you all, Sugash, you remembered a detail about the totem of Umberly. You noticed how waterlogged it is, and then you look over to Mimi, and you recall her last confrontation with Valenta and where exactly she was kept as the pieces start to click. Specifically, where Lydia Volakovich might be.
I think I know where we need to look for Lydia.
He pulls out the totem.
You have to piss off a god to find her?
That's what it sounds like.
And Mimi, you take a second look at the totem and notice how waterlogged it is. And you attribute it to your experiences in the Sunken Temple.
That's where I was. Granted, I was only in like a room, but
Exactly. Which means most likely that's where they took Lydia too. Cults have a tendency to operate in patterns.
And as you're discussing this, a let's head back downstairs with Ark. And one by one, the servants begin to wake up. My head. And they look down and realize that they're bound together. Some of them try to resist, but others, like Amalthea,
Now, are you all gonna behave?
Amalthea immediately looks to your direction, and she says, "I yield. Please, I'll tell you everything you know." To which Angus scolds her, "Amalthea! I won't hide in the shadows anymore, Angus."
It's like, yeah, it's like, yes, I definitely would like some answers. You know, I saw a strange room downstairs. I'm hearing, what the fuck upstairs?
Yes. There's no way to say this delicately. Lady Wachter has served as the leader of the Eagles of Shadow in secret for some time.
Oh, shit.
As a young woman, she was indoctrinated into the organization and quickly rose above her peers and even her instructors. The usual cover story is that she attends her book club once every Saturday. As you found out in the cellar, that isn't true. Not even Miss Stella knows. A decade later, Lady Wachter met Nikolai Sr. As I heard, he was a shining beacon in this community when he was alive. Unfortunately, I don't know the exact cause of his death. I only served my lady for 5 years. All I know is that his death affected her for the worst. Or she was always like that. I believe I remember hearing that she wanted to avenge her father's death by the hands of the Belmondo clan. He was preparing to summon some shadow demons, and they put a swift end to him.
Alrighty. Alright, is that everything?
There's something else. Head upstairs in the library. You'll need Magdalena's key to get in, though. And Magdalena, as soon as Amalthea says it, she just sneers at you and says, "Go on! Try it!" So with that in mind, Ark, you can either make an intimidation check, a persuasion check, or an athletics check to make her surrender the key. So those 3 skills are right on thin line.
I think this will probably be intimidation.
All right.
Oh boy, Mr. Krabs.
Oh, and for the record, if you're not confident in charisma, you can use strength for intimidation.
Oh. Yeah, I suppose maybe that could possibly work.
Oh.
So use the strength modifier instead of the charisma?
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead.
All right, that will be an 18 then.
With an 18, you just look at Magdalena in the eye, just stare her down, and immediately surrenders the key. As in, she leans forward, and the key that was dangling from her neck is now right in front of you, and you just take it.
Thank you.
And that will be when Kedrot heads downstairs to meet you.
So, how do things go?
Okay. So apparently, she is involved in some shit. You know that group that Kira's friend is a part of? Yeah, she's.
Yes, I do recall.
Yeah, she's involved with them.
Lovely.
Yes, and this young lady here, looking at Magdalena, was kind enough to give me this, and he holds up the key.
All right.
Magdalena just squints at you.
I've got a personal question to ask myself in regards to these people who you have sacrificed for whatever rituals that you need.
Amalthea stands to attention while the other servants are less than inclined to talk.
So, does the lady walk the seat of these murders herself, or do you all carry it out with her, or do you all just carry out with her orders?
No, we just attend to the household.
Very well then. And he already has, the image of them just doing these rituals, like, in his head. Like, he's clearly thinking of something to do for later, just trying to create these images in his mind. And just placing people within areas where, like, he's creating scenes for himself.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. I guess, on the off chance, can I do an insight check to see, like, is that the truth, or are they hiding something?
Yeah, go ahead and roll insight.
All right, let's see. What can Ark do? No, that's a 3. Ark is stupid.
I mean, even with the low roll, you can tell that Amalthea is being completely honest with you. The others,
It's like,
Angus mostly.
it's like, despite the room having 5 points and seats and shit, Ark can only count to 1.
I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4.
Right. So, with all of this in mind, Amalthea says, "All right, you have what you need. Now, please let me go. I need the money to feed my family, and there are no other jobs I could take because of the Dreadlord. Whatever punishment you think I deserve, I will accept, but leave my children in peace. If you have anywhere else for us to go, please tell me."
Kedrot's actually going to lower himself down to them. And then, you know what? I think I'm going to have him cast Zone of Truth just to make sure that she's being 100% honest.
Okay. So, you, create a, zone of truth around her, and she just looks up at you, and, she says, "My husband died a long time ago. My 2 girls are the only things I have left of him."
It was Kedrot. No, Kedrot feels that, like, her sorrow is genuine, so he decides to take the restraints that she's in, and he undoes them with one of his claws.
Alright, so she sees this happening, and she was expecting you to gut her, but instead you say you release her from her bonds, and she looks around at herself, gets up on her feet, and says, "Thank you."
Before you go, give me your hand.
And she holds it out.
And he is going to place 200 gold pieces in them. For your family. And for you. I pray eventually you'll find shelter. And get away from this madness.
"Thank you. Thank you so much." And she hugs you. And, she begins to make her way, outside.
Kedrot then looks at Ark. Alright, let's go to that. Alright. Let's unlock that room then, shall we?
Alright. Alrighty. Alrighty, so then, where do we go for that key?
Alright. sorry about that. I was resolving something with Ricky.
Oh, okay.
So you head back upstairs to the upper floor,
Oops.
and you open the way here. And as everyone was having this conversation, Blinks turns to the rest of you and says, "Excuse me, gotta play tour guide for a bit. Come on, this way." And he leads you into the library, to which the double doors are immediately opened. Bookshelves hug the walls, but most of the shelves are bare. Other furnishings include a desk, a chair, a table, and a wine cabinet. And anyone with a passive perception over 11 can hear more people entering the library. Anyone curious enough to follow them, you can.
I'm assuming the body was already by this point put in gauze, so
I feel like Sugash would definitely want to be involved in the investigation of the library.
Yeah. As Blinks leads you in here and says, "This is the library," and he just looks around, sort of wistful and reminiscing, and he says, "Shit, this library's seen better days. The family used to have a collection worth something, at least until the Vlakoviches bought them to cover their debts." And those of you who would like to investigate the room, go ahead and do so. And
Alright,
go ahead and put your results in the roll chat.
Alright.
no.
Am I looking for cultish behavior?
Yes, I would say you are.
All right.
Honestly, this is the perfect place to use your profession die. Oh, Ark. Whoa.
That's it. That,
Hello.
Alright, so, Mimi and, Ricky, you lead, you enter the room and then immediately, look around the place. You see some wine glasses, some sparse books about, wine tasting and, carpentry, etc., and, you notice that, the west side of the room is oddly sparse, as if it's lacking an important piece of furniture, or perhaps it's hiding something more occult. You notice faded scratch marks on the floor that were buffed out ages ago. Deliberate, geometric patterns. At first, it's difficult to make out what it is, but Sugash, since you got a 26 on your roll, you can immediately identify it as a pentagram. Oh, I really should see. What are you doing, TP?
I was just doing big rolls in the sidebar.
Okay, moving on. So, Sugash, you notice the pentagram on the floor, and you notice that the point right here, roughly where Kira is standing, is pointing to that bookshelf, and you point it out to her.
Kira, could you check that bookshelf, please, behind you?
Yeah.
And
Sure.
because you,
Yeah, I did roll a dirty 20, though.
Yeah, and because you did roll a dirty 20, Kira, Sugash hears you two having this conversation and goes over to where you are, and you notice that there's a bit of scuff marks right underneath it.
Oh, cool. It's just like my little room back at our little house.
And together, you both notice that there is a keyhole that fits perfectly with the key that Ark obtained from Magdalena, who ever so kindly donated it to him.
Ark, can we see that key real quick?
Yeah, sure. And he'll just like toss it.
All right. Kira catches it. Sugash, you want
As
to
it
do the
started-
honors?
Yeah.
Sugash will nod and
Right.
kind of put his ear to it to listen on the other side, just to make sure that nobody is there. As he turns the key to open it.
All right. So the bookshelf, you hear it slide and shudder as it collapses in on itself little by little, and opens the way into the storage room. Behind the hinged panel of the bookcase lies a well-kept 10-foot square room with a curtained window and shelves lining 3 walls. On the bottom shelf rests an iron chest. The other shelves are bare. And, of course, the key does work as a master key, so you can go ahead and open it if you wish.
I will open the iron chest.
All right. So, with this, you find, and this is important to everyone. Hang on, let me go ahead and, because Discord doesn't have bullet points. Unfortunately. So, you open the iron chest. Oh, no, who dropped? Oh, no. Okay, there we go. Whew. Okay, so...
God damn it!
So true.
Yike.
All right.
It's alright. Okay, so, the iron chest contains several items. So, a silk bag containing 290 gold pieces, each coin bearing Strahd's stern visage and profile. A wooden pipe that has been passed down through many generations of Walker patriarchs. 5 scrolls, notarized deeds for parcels of land given to the Walker family by Count Strahd, nearly 7 centuries ago. One of them details the silver mines you immediately notice. A supple leather case containing an unbound manuscript titled Lord of Shadow, a poetic manifesto written by Lady Walker's ancestors, attesting that the worship of a devil named Majesto can bring happiness, success, freedom, wealth, and longevity to their family. And a very old letter to Lady Lavina Walker, you can assume this is an ancestor, from one Roderick von Holtz. And it reads, as I will PM to you, as such. Hang on, I'm gonna have to break this up because Discord doesn't like big paragraphs.
Sounds like a
Here we
facility
go.
answer.
And you can read it. And you can read it aloud if you wish, or pass it on to someone else.
I'll read it aloud.
Okay.
Dearest Lavina, last night was simply enchanting. In times like this, it is a good thing to have friends by your side, even ones with, if you can forgive my acrimonious choice of phrasing, particular tastes such as yours. I want to thank you for you and your family's continued support. One day, this land will cease to remain in this accursed demiplane, and we can all be free again. But I have felt an itch in the back of my brain. Perhaps the 7 we are meant to sacrifice in order to dispel the curse are not to be sacrificed at all. The only one who might have had an inkling is no longer with us. The Morning Lord and Mother Night rest her soul. Do you have any leads of the Fae bloodline, or the Belmondo boy who disappeared, the last of the Cavani tribe, or any of the aforementioned figures? Do not hesitate to contact me. While we do not know who the 7 are, I do know this. The souls of the Chosen 7 will be locked in the demiplane until they complete the ritual. No amount of magic power or the shifting of planes will be able to bypass the barrier of the dead. Not even the Vistani would be able to help. They will be bound to this place, they will be as prisoners, and they must find the key or fall by the hands of the devil like all the others. And if the old prophecies are true, the key is blood. Blood is power, you see. Many tribes have used blood to augment the power of the weave, and the blood of 7 figures is what is required to release the seal. If the prophecies are true, there may yet be another way. A peaceful way to make the 7 sacrifices. Regardless, the signs that the land is healing are thus. The light of the Morning Lord will pierce through the dark clouds created by the Dread Lord. The 2 gods will awaken little by little until he has no choice but to hide in his castle to escape their wrath. Skilled heroes will gain new advantages to vanquish the darkness. Not just solely the treasures of Ravenloft they are seeking. He kind of looks towards Kedrad as he reads that next part, and for that matter to Ricky as well, because that happened to both of them, and to Ark. That's happened to them.
Mm-hmm.
It is their destiny, and destiny is not defined by one simple prospect. Some destinies require an individual to tread, not through a safety net, but the bushel of thorns and sharp rocks. Not all destinies are a safe pathway to walk, just as the path I am walking now. Just as the path the 7 will walk. And if they must die to free this land of its curse, it should be their decision to make. Take heart, Lavina, and continue your work. I am counting on you to help them when I no longer can. And if you cannot, teach your next of kin the ways of the noble Eagles of Light. With love, Roderick Van Holtz. And there's a slight pause, and then he says, I've seen this handwriting.
Yeah?
I know exactly where I've seen this handwriting. Because I see the other part of the note about what's about the letter, how the handwriting is very close to Strahd's.
Mm-hmm.
It bears distinct similarities to the Dreadlords, but seems to indicate action against the Dreadlord's wishes.
Perhaps it was before he started getting even more corrupt.
No. That doesn't make sense. This was after the curse overtook the land. This was after I disappeared.
Did you say Eagles of Light?
That is what it said.
So that means sometime down the line, the Walker family have lost sight of what they should be doing.
Wouldn't be the first time I've seen someone do that. Kind of a tone of sadness when he says that.
We should get a move on. I think we got plenty of evidence.
And the moment you utter that, Kira, you hear the town crier from far off in the town square say, everyone gather round! the Burgomaster is about to make her announcement as
And
we go
that
on break.
That would be our cue.
All right, so let's be back here in 10-15 minutes and get back into the game.
Alrighty.
Never.
Ready?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Ricky be like, Ricky's getting upset.
I'm gonna kill somebody. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him a lot. I'll even kill their ghost. I will kill you after you're resurrected as a vampire, kill you after you're resurrected as a zombie, and then kill your ghost.
I'm going to kill you and then kill you again.
I will find a way to spill your blood even when you don't have any.
I will kill you until I can't kill you no more. But you can only kill me once. I will find a way.
Sir, you doubt me.
Life finds a way.
Death finds you.
It's like, bitch, did I stutter?
Some very interesting wording in that. Some very interesting wording in that letter.
Yes.
Yep.
No, Kedra has a funny idea.
Yo, who the fuck is Roderick?
Roderick. I am Roderick. Hello, darling.
Yo, who the fuck is this man?
Strahd with multiple personality disorder.
I'm gonna go.
Wait,
grab
so we
some
had confirmation of how long time has been since Sugash disappeared for here, right? Like it was like 1,000 years.
Not 1,000.
It was. I believe it's meant to be about 300.
Yep.
I believe. Because otherwise Suko would be dead.
Yeah.
So that means within 300 years, considering assuming life is about, expected lifespan is about 50 years, within 6 generations, this family fucked up.
Yeah, it only takes one generation. It only takes one generation to create a cult.
Which, to be fair, if someone in the Wachter family was trying to summon shadow demons and were killed by the Belmondo clan, then I can imagine. But that would have happened before this letter, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Unless it was Sugash's parents directly.
But did
Then
they
it
mention you were
could-
the last of your clan?
Yeah, but that's just it. They sent me with Van Richten, so it's distinctly possible that my parents were still alive when I left.
Actually, now that you've read the letter, could you put it in important things to note?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm just gonna post Melias for when Jordan comes back and be like, what, why is this?
So this letter knows of 3 people who are part of this, but at that point they didn't have any clue who the rest of us were.
Right.
This letter calls out Ark, Kira, and Sugash. But
Actually,
has
no. Kavani tribe, that's
Yeah.
Ark.
that's what I said.
Kavani's arc.
Belmondo clan, that's me.
Faye is Kira. That's what
Are
I
you
said.
sure?
Ark, Kira, and Sugash.
Because he might have spelled the other Fae wrong.
If he spelt the other Faye wrong, that means he's either talking about... No, at that point, he'd have to be talking about me. Except for the fact that you disappeared 300 years ago. The boys were barely beginning their undeath at that point. And they'd never been to this plane.
Prophecies are prophecies.
But neither would Kira's bloodline have been in this plane.
That is a good point.
Yeah, prophecies
So the
are
question is, where does
prophecies.
this
The
fucking
only
prophecy
one-
get this fucking information?
Prophecy land.
Yeah.
They've been to where
Land
either-
where all plot
Like, either
threads
way, it's
originate.
extraplanar information, regardless.
Yeah. You know, you could probe Jordan on details of the letter, whether it looks like they had to rewrite Faye. Because if it looks like they've rewritten it to be that, it means they accidentally wrote Faye as in the Fae, and then had to
Okay.
correct it to Faye as in Kira's family.
If that's the case, it's definitely Kira's family. But if it's not the case, it still could be either one.
Yeah.
I'm back. What I missed?
We are debating the letter because it's mentioned 3 people, but the other 4 are presently unknown to whoever wrote it.
The
Letter is
prophecy,
debating the letter.
the prophecy could also be vague, where it mentions the Fae bloodline, but doesn't clarify which Fae.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Prophecies are hardly ever written down; they're orally transported.
And it could very well be that the oral translation was like, "That's weird. This occurs twice." When in reality, the original prophecy had 2 different things that used very similar wording.
Plus, not to
different
mention,
spelling.
not to
Yeah.
mention,
Yeah, so it could very well be it
Like-
could be something where it refers to both of them, but people didn't pick up on that.
yeah, because technically
I-
Ricky is a print.
I have a problem with that interpretation, though. This is written down, referring to it as the Fae bloodline. You wouldn't refer to someone as having Fae blood as being of the Fae bloodline. You'd
It's
refer to them as a
possible.
member of the Fae.
Now, it's possible, because it says last of the Kavani tribe, Belmondo who disappeared. It may specifically refer to 3 people who are the last of their bloodline.
Except we know that we know truly that JJ is not and Ricky are not the
So
last
it
of their
would
bloodline.
still be Kira, but the prophecy could refer to 3 people who are the last of their bloodline. Or more.
Endlings. They're great, aren't they?
Mhm.
That's what the last of your kind is called. They are an endling.
Yep.
I love tropes.
I do
Yeah.
too, overly sarcastic.
And the only one who might have an inkling is no longer with us. The Morning Lord and Mother Night rest her soul.
Her soul.
So that might be Lugdana.
Maybe.
There's not enough information to say for sure, but
I like the idea that Sugash and Ricky are just having this discussion.
Yeah.
Like, they're going over this and trying to figure out what this letter is truly on about.
An interesting note, the key is blood.
I don't fucking have any of that. Well, right now I do, but usually
That might have been why Strahd was trying to give you a physical form, so that you would bleed.
That makes a lot of sense. Because if you can't bleed, the power of your blood can't be used by anyone but yourself.
A peaceful way to make the 7 sacrifices.
Now, I read that as make them give up.
Right.
Because Strahd has been doing everything in his power to make us feel powerless, right?
Right.
Like this death is going to happen and we should just let it happen.
So Roderick isn't necessarily an anti-Dreadlord.
Maybe not. We don't know.
Like, it could be an alternate persona intended to deceive people.
Probably. This is Strahd, after all.
Yeah.
And you have correctly identified the writing as being close to what's in the Tome of Strahd.
Yeah.
I'll also like to point out, it's probably not just our blood that needs to be spilled. Because, like, this ritual that he wants to cast, it's got to be much more complicated than that. It's got to have a higher cost.
It's 7 very specific people.
It is 7 specific people mentioned in this.
7 very specific people.
I am stuffed with beef and noodles.
Yum. I am also
Welcome back. We're currently talking and debating over the letter, meanings and potential references.
Okay.
Yeah, we're debating letter on it.
Okay, fascinating.
Unfortunately for all of you, you're wrong. Now, there is a question I have about
took my
this
joke and said
letter.
it louder.
Okay, sorry about that. What was that? What was that, Ricky?
I have a question about this letter.
Certainly.
Where it mentions the Fey bloodline, does it look like it's been rewritten? Like, did they misspell Fey, F-A-E, as Fey, F-E-Y, and then rewrite it?
That is actually, Tatiana's family surname, ergo Kira's.
So the answer is no, it wasn't rewritten.
So Tatiana's surname was Faye.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tatiana
So it's
and
not.
Kira.
So it's okay. So the only pieces. So that means that all 3 of these pieces of information were interplanar.
Yes. No, Kavani are Barovian.
Yeah.
Interplanar, not extraplanar. Interplanar.
Oh, right, yeah. Intraplanar, not interplanar.
Intra. You're right.
Intra is self-contained, inter is out of.
Yeah. And Kavani, if you remember, is the tribe that
Ark
came from.
So
yeah.
And Basilka.
The questioning line I've got going on, both in and out of character, is they knew 3 members. How would they know they had all 7?
Well, the thing is, they knew the 3 members because those were the 3 that were within the plane, that had some tie within the plane.
They also had those names in the prophecy, because without
how do
their
we know
names
they
being in
had
the
those
prophecy,
names?
you wouldn't
How
know.
do you know they had those names in the prophecy?
Because if it's 7 very specific people and they're calling out 3 distinct lines of 3 distinct family lines, either they were mentioned in the prophecy or they're making a ridiculously wild guess.
Well,
Either
the thing
way,
is,
right now, it's hard to say.
Anyway, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, but they know the Faye family for sure because Tatiana. The Belmondos for sure.
Cavani.
The Cavani tribe. Not that Ark was a special heir or anything. He was just a member of the tribe. And what the key thing here is, they know that there's 7 individuals that were prophesized, but at the time they were still figuring out the exact intervals, the exact people rather.
And again, it makes sense that they wouldn't know as much about who the other 4 are, because the other 4 do not tie back to Barovia as directly, if at all.
That's true. The rest of us are people who never had any ties to Barovia.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I believe everyone is here, yeah?
Yeah.
Ayo.
Unless if there's one more wrinkle that needs discussion.
Do you like the Melias?
I love them. I love all of them.
Yay, I'm ready to go.
I'm going to kill some people.
And Katra has a funny idea that they can do at the presentation.
Oh boy!
Oh no.
I
Thanks, I hate it.
Let her
Did
never
somebody-
do that again.
I'm going to fuck you.
Did somebody mention the door to darkness?
Oh god.
Did somebody mention the door to darkness?
Oh my god. Bust out Humblewood and make a mouse character. Just do it.
Hey, Music Bot,
I'm
you
just the
gonna-
Mascatool.
I'm a Mouseketeer. Nice to meet you. Why are you laughing?
Hang on. Music Bot is being
Stop laughing at me.
stupid.
I'll stab you in the shins.
Hang on, troubleshooting something.
Okay.
I know.
Don't worry, I will continue to entertain people with my stupid Mickey Mouse impression.
Finally, I can go on this stage and show everybody what true comedy is.
Finally, I can go on the stage and show everybody what true comedy is.
No, Mickey's line is, "Oh, did you finally made a movie about?"
Oh my god.
I didn't know they made a movie about your
your
last
last date.
I didn't know they made a movie about your last date.
Mortimer's just there distraught.
I'll pin you like a discus, you son of a bitch.
So anyway, Suko, have you got have you picked a familiar yet?
A familiar? What are we doing about a familiar?
I'm trying to change the subject.
You can't change the subject away from me.
Music Bot,
I
are
own
you-
the
Are
subject.
you having...
Gun Mario.
Okay, guys, it's official. Music Bot is having... It's having a strong...
Aw.
It's having a
Guns
gun Mario.
are having a
Yeah, it's
strong.
having, it's having a gun Mario. It was fucking fine.
I don't feel better than nothing. Work.
Gun Mario.
Full of ambulance.
Gun.
Wait,
Gun.
I
Give it a sec.
I don't get what's happening here. This is weird. What are you talking about? You can't
Oh,
find
I
it.
see the problem with your link. It starts at 6 seconds in. Remove the
What?
equals 6s at the end of the link.
That is so stupid! It counts that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, hang on. Let me...
Or it's not available in the country that Bongo is from.
Which is silly because it is available in my country. I can see the video. Hang on.
Bongo may be hosted
So-
somewhere else.
It's impossible because I put it in the music bot room. Okay, so
Gun
how do I
Mario.
how do I fix the 6 seconds thing? Do I just
Okay, okay.
At the
let-
end of the
let-
link,
let-
at the end of the link, you see where it says equals 6s.
Yeah.
Just get rid of those 3 characters.
All right. Try this. What?
Yeah, Bongo may just be like the Bongo bot may be hosted in a country where that isn't allowed to play.
Like if it was
Get-
hosted in like
yeah, get rid of the
Poland or
and
something.
T as well. Get rid of the and T as well.
Okay, I'll give that a shot. I don't. It's weird. All right.
Ah,
try
yes.
that. Oh my god.
Hang on.
Wait.
Maybe
That's
it's
a
maybe
lot.
it's the playlist part.
Bots hate playlists. They've always hated playlists.
No, it still had a problem loading it.
Want to start
Okay,
with it, like?
Hang on. Isn't there a way that we can change the server location or whatever? Like Discord's actual, the Curse of Strahd server's actual.
No.
That doesn't change Bongo's location.
No. Okay.
Bongo's location is probably a country where that video can't play on Discord.
That is so dumb. Okay, hang on. Let's try one more thing. So, B, leave. B, join. B, play this.
There we go.
Yay.
Okay.
Ah, yes. When in doubt, turn it off and on again.
I am really angry right now. Okay. Okay. Now, let's clear this. And then leave, just be sure. This is unprecedented.
Bongo having this kind of issue? No, it's pretty precedented.
Yeah, bots have this problem all the time.
Yeah, well, the problem is I don't like it.
Well, now there's a kitty on my lap.
Yeah, it was playing the other things fine before. Come on, do it. Thank you! Oh my... Anyway, let's switch scenes, shall we?
Okay.
Yay.
So freaking stupid. Alright. That should not have happened. Okay, Town Square. Let's go. And I already put your tokens down, so no need to...
Oh god.
Yeah, no need to do anything. Alright. Let me get to the area on the map. There we go, that's easy. Okay, why do my notes come easily, but the music bot doesn't? Anyway.
Oh
So,
shit.
as you come through here one more time, what?
I see my two boys.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, did I forget to make something? Alright. Find my center. Let's go. As you come through the square one more time, you can see Lady Wachter standing on the podium. Murmuring and chattering from the crowd overwhelms you, as everyone is anxious to hear whatever news Lady Wachter has brought with her. You can see Van Richten and Esmeralda bickering far from the crowd. And you can hear, you don't get to make that choice for me, Doctor! You might not want to admit it, but we're in this together. The cards say, and Van Richten says, I don't care what the cards say. They are wrong, and so are you. I do not need, nor would I ever need, allies. Why the hell did you take Sugashinae in then? Why even promise his parents you'd take care of him? Why save my life when you could have just left me to die? I don't know. Perhaps you looked pitiful to me. That's not true. There's something else. What is it? Who wants to approach him?
Yeah.
Subash already has.
Chuck does. Hearing that shit.
So does Palmy.
Alright.
Hey, Pops.
And Van Richten just swings in your direction. Nothing you do will bring Erasmus back! And he just pauses.
We'll bring who back?
Erasmus? Who's Erasmus? And, Van Richten just completely shuts down. And he says,
Yeah.
nothing. And he just walks away without a word. And-
Nice Taka.
Esmeralda, as Kira is walking over to Taka, Esmeralda walks over to Usagash and says, Sagash, something is clearly bothering Father. We should keep an eye on him when we get the chance.
Yeah. Very clearly. Anyway, we've got lots of evidence that the leader of the leader of Hotel California is on stage.
Esmeralda raises an eyebrow and says, say no more. And as you're having this conversation with Esmeralda, Kira, you walk over to Taka and he gently rubs his thumb on it and says, hey, you?
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. Isaac and I just arrived. Seems like there's a bit of a rally going on.
Yeah, we got some evidence of our good leader on stage is a leader of something, all right. I don't have a shadow of a doubt. You think
Wait,
you know who
leader?
it is?
I thought, and he interrupts you. Wait a minute. I thought Lydia Volakovich was the burgomaster.
No. She whispers into his ear. We got proof that Lady Walker's the leader of the Eagles of Shadow, and she's been performing really nasty ritual.
And you think that Lady Volakovich is like wrapped up in all that?
We're not sure. Either way, she looks away, really saddened. We found Valentino's body in her mansion.
Valentine. Oh, and he just shuts his eyes and has this disgusted and sad look in his eyes. And then gradually his attention turns over to Vasily, who's in the crowd, as you can see.
Yeah.
And he gives him a bit of a mean look. And Corey and Kira, you immediately notice this.
Taka, will you stop that?
You're right. Not important right now. So, with all that in mind, your attention turns over to Captain Terre, who takes the floor, and they say, and there is still no word in regards to the whereabouts of Lady Stella, Baronet Victor, the Baroness, or the interlopers who posed as my men and Lady Walker hours ago. Whoever they are, they're still out there. But mark my words, we will scour Barovia and root out those vermin in the name of Our Lady! And thunderous applause erupts from the crowd. This isn't thunderous by any means, but...
Lynx, you don't believe a lick of that, do you?
Alright. And then Terre finishes and says, now, please welcome your new acting burgomaster, Fiona Walker. Then Fiona steps up, hand on her chest and looking solemn, as she says... Oh, wait, sorry about that. I was in my notes. Was someone pinging?
Yes, it's just for something for a bit later.
Oh, okay. Yeah, alright. Oh, yes, this.
By the way, I want to make a mention. I know this sounds very cruel, but we do have Valentine's body in the bag of holding.
I mean,
Okay. Well,
where
we'll
else
get to
can
that
we
very
put
soon.
it?
Okay. Okay, sorry. People are typing everywhere. So, Fiona steps up to the podium, hand to her chest, and looking solemn, she says, "Thank you, Captain Terre. It is with a heavy heart that I accept this charge." And Blinks, who's with you, says, "Bullshit. What'd you do to my girl?" And Lady Wachter
You
says,
don't say.
"As your new burgomaster..."
Into Blinks' head.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. She took care... in your mind, Blink says to you, "Yeah, she took care of me when I became this. We'll talk about it later, but yeah. Stella
We'll find a
and
way
I
to
go way
remove that.
back." Huh?
We'll find a way to remove that.
Yeah. Sure. And then Lady Wachter continues, "As your new burgomaster, I promise to use whatever influence I have to put those creatures that took my daughter and the Volokoviches to justice. And with the disappearance of our new heroes, the Tarot Court, one thing has become abundantly clear to me. We cannot afford to wait for strangers to help us change Barovia for good. No more hoping and praying for things to be well. Nothing will get better if we remain as we are, fighting every day for survival." And the audience cheers loudly for her, if we can get that in the soundboard real quick. Their support remains unshaken. Van Richten clutches his cane in tranquil fury, as he returns back from his little walk. Something you have yet to see before. Oh, wait, what? Okay, that was weird. I was on the wrong layer. Gotcha. Sorry about that. Okay.
The TM layer strikes again!
Yeah, it happens. It happens. Yeah, okay. So, Van Richten clutches his cane, which, Sugash, you definitely notice. And with a wave of Fiona's hand, the audience falls silent, eager to hear what she has to say next. And you can briefly hear Vasily, Kira, say, "Ooh, how exciting! The suspense is killing me." And the silence returns, creating a thick air of tension that grasps everyone's attention, including everyone else's. As Lydia just smiles and says, "And to that end, we must work together with Lord Strahd Zarevich." And the audience is just stunned into silence. Okay, let's see if the ambient playlist can actually work this time. As we trade over to the next topic. So, Vasily raises his hand, and Lady Wachter says, "Yes, Yusa." And Vasily's like, "Yes, okay, I have one question. Why?" Okay, hold on. Someone's typing at me. Okay.
By the way, to a note, Taka can hear Kira growling.
Yes, he actually can. And he looks your way and is like immediately put off by what Lady Wachter said. Even Terry's like, "My lady, surely you can't be serious." And Fiona just chuckles at Vasily's question and says, "Well, it is simply the right thing to do." So, Kedrot. Oh, sorry.
Okay, now let Kedrot do it first.
Okay, gotcha.
So, actually, nah. The thing I'm gonna do, I think, would be best served for last.
So I feel like I feel like at that point, this is where the Phoenix Wright music plays.
For you know, given the tone that given the tone, we're not gonna do it, but
No,
yeah.
but I'm not. I don't mean literally. We play the Phoenix Wright
I
music,
know,
but
I know.
in spirit, the Phoenix Wright music plays. It's like
It would be pretty funny if a horror themed campaign had that, but no.
And no, some of the Great Ace Attorney music would be fitting.
All right.
There is some pretty good Great Ace Attorney music.
Lady
Chuck.
Walker, it's like, yeah, Lady Walker. For some reason, it doesn't surprise me that you would be so quick to kowtow to the Dreadlord. Isn't that right?
and he produces the piece of, and he starts producing the evidence. Leader of the Eagles of Shadow.
You hear gasps out of the crowd. And she's like, huh. Well, I suppose it was only a matter of time before someone was able to discover my secret. What did you find?
He's just like, Exhibit A in your library. We found.
Give me just a second.
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Exhibit A, your
We found a cat.
library. We. For one, these spy scrolls are notarized deeds given to the Wachter family by one Strahd von Zarevich. Very interesting. Exhibit B. This is a manuscript entitled Lord of Shadow. A manifesto from your ancestors involving the worship of a devil named Majesto.
At this point, Terre just slowly turns their head towards Lady Wachter and says, "Surely this is a jest, is it not, Burgomaster?" And Lydia just closes her eyes and shakes her head, and notably smiling.
Exhibit C, the pentagram in your basement. Exhibit D.
And I
He
imagine
looks.
At this point, yeah.
He looks towards what was Kira's code name again?
Michelle.
Michelle, you have the bag of holding, correct?
I concur, I do.
I believe you know what piece of evidence I'm looking to present here.
Yes. Forgive me if this seems a little gross, but as she reaches in the bag, gently pulling out Valentine's body, wrapped in the sheets that are from the Wachter house.
And we'll just put a zombie for illustrated purposes.
Yep.
To which everyone immediately starts clamoring over. Corey, you actually notice this man right here doubling over and vomiting, and you see his daughter rubbing his back for support. They are all visibly horrified and disgusted.
Now, this particular exhibit has a few sub exhibits. The copper coins over the eyes to indicate silence, to indicate the desire for the task to be silenced. The exhibit,
I forget what letter I was on, but it's
let's say E.
Yeah.
I believe it was E.
Yeah.
The exhibit E, the removal of blood commonly used in blood magic. Exhibit F, the tongue removed, which ties to Exhibit G, which would be back in the Vlahovic manor, namely the fake Lydia, that was another person killed by. That was another victim with the same tongue removal.
To
Exhibit.
this, yeah, sorry. Fiona actually replies, I won't beat around the bush. We have taken Lydia Vlahovic into custody. She is not murdered, but she is not in the penitentiary. More gasps can be heard throughout the crowd.
Oh, that's where Exhibit H comes in. He pulls out the totem of Umberlee. The waterlogged
At what
totem.
point can we? At what point can we say this is just damning? Anyway.
From the very first piece of evidence.
This was found in Lady Vlahovic.
And the very first, another thing that you immediately notice, Suko, Fiona's not denying any of it.
Which is only slightly worrisome.
This indicates that Lady Vlahovic is in the sunken temple.
In
A
Lake
sunken
Savage?
temple.
No way.
Precisely.
And Fiona sighs and says, well done. But whatever it is you deem necessary to me, allow me to explain myself before you make a final decision. Will you allow me that luxury at least?
Speak your words carefully.
Thank you. She turns to the crowd as she makes her way down the podium. Before our king turned, roughly 800 years ago or so, before the incident, in fact. Sometimes I even forget what year it is in this plane. The Walked bloodline served the Von Zarevich family faithfully. Didn't change after his transformation, or when he took the Eagles of Light and repurposed them with our aid. For countless generations, the system the Vlahoviches created brought an era of peace to Barovia. Kept everyone sane, secure, and happy. Turns to you, Chuck and Michelle. But as you discovered, it was my family who brought wealth to this community. Year after year, we faded into obscurity. Our importance and our money as the Vlahoviches rose to power. Even if that was the plan, it wasn't fair for my family to remain useful in the eyes of Lord Strahd, and we must turn to other means of power. The power derived by forces beyond our understanding. The power that made him what he is. The power so dark and so invigorating you could lose yourself. But maybe that's what it takes to achieve a bright future. And it's found in that dark temple in the mountains. Sugash. If you destroy it, who knows what could happen? And before you begin to ponder how she could have possibly figured out your identity, Arissa appears.
Oh, so you already know what
This is-
Exhibit I is.
Yes. And your family destroyed my father, Sugash. All he ever wanted was for us to live happily. But happiness, as you know, is not easily attained. Like you, I've also lost people I've cared about. My husband, Nikolai Sr., most of all. He was a hardworking man who provided for us. Illness, that's what took him. Me, my boys, my daughter Stella, we all had our fair share of struggles. But Stella's friend, bless her heart, Stella, her friend Victor, he's instrumental in our designs. His keen interest in the occult has been a great asset to us. Luckily, I had the foresight to give him those tomes of ours when he was just a child. If you could find him for me...
We'll be sure to keep him away from you.
And, you can see now that the crowd is visibly in fear of, Fiona. And then, she turns in your direction, Kedrot. Well, go on.
So
Show the people what you found.
Kedra actually just leaps onto the stage behind her and kind of just does away with his disguise, just showing who he truly is, so everyone like now sees behind her like Kedra as he is, figuring that the jig is just up at this point. He goes,
So, you said quite a number of words in which how you wish to see events transpire. A brighter future. A better life for people here. Perhaps you wanted to tell these people how you went about that end. Are those victims of yours necessarily felt?
I'm sure you're going to tell them.
Oh, I'll do better than that. After all, I believe this rally's feeling a little empty at this moment, so I hope all of you are getting rather comfy, because I believe now it's time for a little movie night.
he snaps his fingers, casts minor illusion as a projection of all the information he's gathered and imaged in his head plays out like a silent movie in front of everybody. With the starting title card reading, Happiness and a Bright Future, and he just shows all the things that happened in the Walker Manor in front of everyone.
He
I
should be a
love
movie
that.
director.
And I
And
guess
just to
this is where
illustrate this,
most
let's draw this.
does
Hold on.
Yeah, like he does look to Kira and he's like, if you could cast, mold earth so I have something to project it on.
yeah, I got it. I'll get on.
All right, so you do just that, and everyone can see the events playing out precisely as it was in the Watcher House. The fight with the servants, the interrogation, or rather the confession from Amalthea, especially, and.
He also pieces together how Valentino ended up being killed, as well as the room getting lit on fire.
And you just hear gasps of horror abound, and even some people dare to curse Fiona, saying, "She's a witch!"
No, please.
So, Lady Walker, tell me, is this what your bright future looks like?
You know as well as I do, Sir Kedrot, that the future has to be seized, no matter what it takes.
Oh, cut the
So-
bull crap.
So
Even
tell
if it-
me,
What?
Even if it costs us the life of the people who are meant to trust you.
With that in mind, you actually see her falter a little bit, Kedrot, and she says, "Don't misunderstand me. I do care for everyone in Barovia. About you. But you are all, in truth, a means to an end. Even my
So to-
family.
So tell me, Fiona, are you willing to sacrifice your own boys to obtain that happiness?
What was that again? I'm sorry.
I said, so Fiona, are you willing to sacrifice your own children to obtain that happiness?
Yes. I've made peace with my role. Here in Barovia, loyalty is bought and souls are the currency.
You sound just like him too.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
All right, so Ricky,
So the
and
person
then we'll do
who
Smash.
the person who called her a witch.
We'll say it's this one. Oh wait, oops. Oh wait, now it works. That's silly.
Ricky just sort of points and gestures over to them. Bullshit. And he just sort of floats up and doffs his disguise. If she's a witch, that means she's got some sort of power behind her that wasn't given to her by someone who wishes to control her. I propose a completely different option here. Lady Fiona Wachter is a puppet.
And you actually hear the crowd agreeing with you. They are in an uproar at this point, completely going wild.
That is spat out with like venom. Someone who's been too afraid to fight for themselves. He floats over Sugash's head towards her. So they bow down to the strongest person in the room.
Oh, you misunderstand, friend.
I'm not your friend.
Even Strahd is a means to an end. It's only a matter of time.
You're only a means to his end, actually. You think he would trust mortals with anything?
I'm
Alright,
sorry. I think this is something you don't understand about me, Lady Wachter. Even people who see that I'm hand of Tyr seem to have this confusion, so let me go ahead and explain it for you. I, unlike many of my brethren, do not blindly fight darkness. I fight evil. And as for that last part you just said, let me guess. Is that what you got from Roderick von Holtz's letter?
And her eyes very faintly flicker. And she says, I thought I had the servants burn that letter.
You would be mistaken.
Alright. And I
Do you recognize...
Oh, sorry.
Do you recognize the handwriting on that letter, by the way? Because I sure do.
So I assume you give it to her.
Yeah.
Alright. She skims through it and says, no, this can't be right. As she's flipping through it, Vasily, watching this whole thing, visibly gets uncomfortable. To which Taka then walks over to him and says, I knew it. And then Corey, Ark, as Taka is walking over to him, he's getting his sword out. What do you do?
Oh,
Do I see this?
No.
Oh, come on.
Can I use Thorn Whip to sort of like try to take the sword out of his hand?
Yeah, you know what? Go ahead.
I do that. Should I make my spell attack or not?
Let's just say that you do it for this instance.
Yep.
So, as Taka is about to unsheath his sword, you immediately whip out your thorn whip, tie it around the handle, and yank it out of his hand. What? Corey, what are you doing?
Be patient.
Be patient. What are you... He's with them. Don't you feel it?
I don't feel anything in particular at the moment. That's why I'm waiting and seeing.
Yeah, like Ark. Yeah, Ark even comes
and-
up behind them, and he's like, listen, I had Ricky, keep an eye on, help me keeping an eye on things, and even he's hasn't found really anything too suspicious, nothing dangerous about him, So just, we're still gonna keep an eye on him, but don't make any rash decisions yet.
Exactly.
And Taka sort of goes, fine. Oh boy, it's doing it again. Okay, so as this is all happening, let me just scroll through here. You all begin to hear marching coming from all... Oh, wait, no. Hold on. Kedra had something to say first.
Yeah, so I think the last thing that he says to Walker is that he actually kind of starts sizing her up. Because this is clearly something that is getting a bit under his skin a little. It's like, you conduct ritual, sacrifice, and summon to solve your problems. But you conduct that business with beings that are on the same unholy nature as the one you serve now. You defeat Strahd, you take control of the land with your rituals, and now they want to take the throne, and you become a puppet once more. Will you bring about more sacrifices, turn more of your people into fodder for darker beings? How many demons will it take until you have no more cattle? The cattle you promised peace to. Will there be a single one left to witness that era of peace? Or will you be standing on the same mountain of corpses that you served them?
All right. And with that said, hold on, MusicBot is being a bitch again. Let's try this.
Do my bite marks start acting up?
Hold on, I'm getting to it. On. It is
Being a poop.
It's being an extreme poop. It hasn't given us this much shit before.
The Ultra Dookie.
Bleh, immersion ruined. I really don't understand what the problem is here. The soundtrack, the ambulance.
Oh no.
I don't understand. That shouldn't be a problem.
Bongo's being a bongo.
Seriously. Okay, Boone, you did something that fixed it. What was it? Let's see. Wait.
I mean, my solution don't.
Technical difficulties.
Don't apply to this. This was not the error I was getting.
Wait. What? That is so weird.
Maybe try taking out the S in the HTTP.
Where?
That wouldn't do anything.
Okay.
Yeah, like, it's never given me this much shit before. I
YouTube might
hate
be
to do
cracking
this,
down on the
but...
bots.
Maybe.
Yeah, I hate to do this, but let's keep going.
I'll keep looking for suitably spooky tracks and trying them.
All right. Okay. So, as you were all prepared to act, you hear marching coming from all sides. Every alley of every street coming towards the square. Coming for all of you. Soldiers, humanoid, goblinoid, and lupine. And, Lady Wachter turns around and says, "What is this?" Kira, roll a charisma save.
Alrighty. That is a 16.
Alright. You feel a twinge of pain and you see two beings forming from the ether.
Fuck!
Damia and Ratka. And let me take a second to reveal them. They appear from the ether, and you see two vampire spawns show up. And then hundreds more coming in droves. And this is gonna take a little bit, but gradually they appear one by one, and they come in droves, leaping from the rooftops of the town of Balaki, hissing, panting, cackling. And the crowd parts as Anastasia shows up.
Oh boy, it's these guys.
Raising an eyebrow and grinning. And she says, "Good afternoon, Terracourt. But Kira, even while you are in agony, Taka can see you in pain and goes to rush over to help you, but he stops as you do not fall on your knees as one might expect." Okay, I'm gonna give the playlist one more try. I'm gonna give it one more try, because if this doesn't work, I'm just gonna call bullshit.
Do I get to reveal the thing?
Hang on. It had to happen here. Wait, what?
I hear music.
Okay, that works.
Yeah, it depends on the video. It just depends on the video.
What the actual... Okay. Okay, now let's skip this. And then get to the thing.
Excuse me, hello, I think I figured out the problem. The playlist was full.
Oh, so you weren't clearing the queue?
Yes, I was! I don't understand.
I do B.stop all, and that completely shuffles everything off, no matter if it thinks it's there or not.
Okay.
B stop all, was it?
Yeah, don't do it right
stop
now
all.
though, because you're good right
yeah.
now.
Yeah, because I know, like, when I do... Yeah, because I know when I do Strixhaven, because I have looping, because I have to have the music looping, like, yeah, that's what I clear every time I change tracks. I clear the queue just to be safe.
Okay, I guess I was just doing the command wrong then. You're gonna have to give me a demo after
Yeah,
this.
no problem. It's a learning experience for everybody.
Yeah.
More like Vasily.
So,
oh.
Okay, let's go, guys. Let's go time. Okay, so Kira, you are in agony, but as Taka goes to lift you up, he stops as you do not fall on your knees as one might expect. No, you decided enough was enough. No more running, no more doubt, no more confusion, no more getting taken advantage of or getting kidnapped or any of those fucking things. Roll a save to keep Strahd from reaching your mind with advantage and rise to the occasion. Kira,
Can I do a cool thing?
please describe how your transformation changes your body.
Yo!
Yep. Natural fucking
Oh
body!
shit!
Perfect.
So,
Now.
Kira is like feeling the pain. She's like, all right, I've had enough. Enough of the pain. Enough of the sacrifices. Enough! And in that scream, Jordan, would you like to play The Roar?
You can do it from the soundboard.
Yeah, but...
Should be able to.
Yeah, but...
Alright.
You'll hear. As Kira's body is engulfed in a white flame. And when the flames disappear, you all see... And I shall post this in the arts.
Alright.
And in Draconic, she says, overcome anything or overcome everything by becoming anything. I have risen!
Yo.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present Risen Kira.
Yeah, so we made an original transformation for her. So this is sort of also doubling as a as a play test. Yeah, we made a dragon transformation for Kira. Okay, all the tokens are here. Wait, are they all here? Damn it, no, they're not. Okay, now they are. Man, that took a while.
And I still see two Kiras on the stage.
Yeah.
I can get rid of that one. Yeah, sorry. It's what happens when you're trying to make sure the stream doesn't fall apart. Okay, here we go. So that's her, and the bravado Anastasia had before quickly diminishes as she sees you in your new form, Kira. She backs away, stopping on one foot, likely to maintain her strong image, but her eyes are wide with fear. She is frightened of you, and she says, She's overcome the curse? No. She made it her own! Impossible! And as the crowd falls silent in awe of you, Kira, Fiona says to the audience, Do you see? We can't rely on the help of strangers anymore! We have everything we need here. Protection, wealth. All we need now is prosperity. And without missing a beat, before she can even finish her sentence, Anastasia lifts her hand up and gives the order, Enough of your prattling, Wachter! Men, bring me their heads! And as the battle begins, Lady Wachter disappears from the map. Completely, unabashedly.
What does Taka say when he sees me transform?
Oh, humana.
What a woman.
Oh, so sorry.
Yeah.
That's most people's reaction to Call of Terror the first time. Anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, I know, Mimi. Sorry. There's also just a lot of tokens here.
No, I get that. I just saw that and I was like,
Yeah. Hang on. Let me get the Dragon Homebrew 2. A lot of setup here.
I am
thought I prepped
taking
everything.
flight.
Yeah, okay. We'll also get to everything very, 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 very soon, because in the first round of combat, I'm gonna have you guys do something interesting. Also, another thing. Oh, man. I also had to line up initiative. Ugh! I thought I prepped everything!
Fine.
So many things.
So many things.
Yeah, hang on. I'm just gonna drop this in the initiative chat just so you guys know it's there. But we're also gonna gradually add these to the actual account.
By the way, Boone, I hope you're taking notes.
Yeah. So yeah, again, playtest. If things are broken, we'll fix them after the fact. But for right now, and for the sake of brevity, let's just run with everything like completely raw and wriggling. Okay, so, oh, right. So, first, everyone, we're gonna go into a skill challenge, and we're still following the initiative orders. So, by technicality, this is round 1 of combat. Everyone still gets their full turns, including the challenges. So, Kira and Corey, since you're up first, Taka points to Ratka and Damia, right by the entrance here, and, he says, there's the Bastani! And as,
Whoa.
as goblins, yeah, that, okay, what is happening here?
What the fuck?
Wait. Wait a minute! Okay, now I know what the problem is. I put the map on the token layer. Oh my gosh. So many big things. Okay, hang on, we went past it, it's fine. So, so Taka clears, a path for, Corey and Kira by, smiting these, gobos here. And he, clears the path for you, and he says, "Go, girls!" So, Ratka and Damia... Oh, right, we should also, say who should go first. Given the thematics, we can say Kira. Is that alright, Corey? And then you?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Okay, cool. So, Kira, Ratka and Damia are being held by 2 vampire spawns. Let's just nudge them forward for easier access.
Alright, so I'm reading my transformation. So, this is transformation level 1, right?
Yeah, we agreed that you'd be on rank 1. We talked about it, actually. Yeah.
Alrighty, so I'm up in the air, which I sprout my beautiful golden wings.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna fly over to these vampire spawn.
Alright.
And I'm looking at Anastraza dead in the eye as I'm about to do this. And first, if this is allowed, I would like to do a safety, careful spelling on Rakta and the other Vistani.
Rakta and Damia? Okay.
Yes.
Careful casting for what?
I would like to use my Dragon's Breath weapon on these vampire spawn.
I don't know if you can meta magic a transformation ability.
Yeah, you can't.
Okay.
Yeah. It has to be a spell, but you can do Dragon Breath if you have it prepared.
I would like to use a Dragon's Breath.
Okay, yeah. Go right ahead.
Alrighty. Let me remind myself of Dragon's Breath.
Do that,
And
I'm
of course,
sorry.
we can also make sure.
Okay.
Quick and dirty combat, love it.
Alrighty, so 20-foot cone. Let me just...
Oh, actually, Dragon's Breath is a 15-foot cone.
Oh, 50-foot cone.
Yeah. The spell Dragon's Breath, not the transformation thing.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna hit one of these vampire spawn unless I can move a little closer. Can I move a smidge closer?
Give me 1 second.
By the way,
because you should have
the
a range.
Dragon's Breath spell, what it does is it gives you a particular action. It's a bonus action, and it lets whoever you cast it on be able to do a Dragon's Breath action for the amount of time that it lasts.
Mm.
So
Okay,
it's
so yeah,
I'm
you can
gonna...
set yourself up and then do it as an action,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Alrighty, so Dragon's Breath, and it's obvious I'm choosing fire.
All right.
So it's 2d10, unless you want to make the save. Unless this is like one of those RP
Hold on.
things.
Are you? Hang on. Are you reading from the spell description? Give me.
No, I'm.
Let me. Because I thought you had Dragon's Breath in your spell list.
I do have Dragon's Breath in my spell list.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are you using 2d10s?
My bad. I was reading the wrong thing. My bad.
Yeah, that's all right. I got you.
All right, so it's 3d6.
It's actually, yeah, it's actually more damage, the spell version.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so
and of course you can upcast it. But
You know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm
oh
gonna
shit!
cast that
Okay.
shit- I'm gonna cast that shit up to as high as I can go as a sorcerer.
All right, sure.
So that's level. So that's level 8. I'm gonna cast it up to 4th level.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so...
Oh, fuck. 6, 5, 3, 4.
6, 5, 3, 4. What does that add up to?
6.
18.
Yeah, 18.
Oh, of course. Every creature in the area that you blew the flame has to make a dex save.
Yep.
We can say, for intents and purposes, that they all fail. They're completely engulfed in flames, save your Vistani friends, who are snarling, considering they are vampire spawns right now. But they back away in fear of the flame.
Yep.
So, given that you used an action and a bonus action, we'll say that it's the end of your turn, Kira. Is that cool?
Yeah, and I would like to remind you, I am up in the air.
Yeah, you're flying. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, Corey, you're up next.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I should probably do initiative too while you're at it.
I am sorry, I misread that spell.
I'll move the turn order there.
That turn.
So are all the guys here also sort of vampire spawn too, or?
Yeah, they're, well, these are guards here.
Mhm.
Let's just move them out of the way because we can flavor them as they're panicking and running
Okay.
away.
Ah!
There's only one vampire spawn, though, Anastasia, and her 2 hobgoblin lieutenants, Sunder and Scar, blue and red.
Yep.
Okay, so what would you like to do, Corey?
Do I have any bonus actions too? Let me just double check. Do. Like, I will like go a little more forward first,
Sure.
and
All right.
then I'll cast a. Can I upscale it? Yes, I can. I will upscale. I'll do a level 3 guiding bolt at a
Anastasia?
Lamington.
Or wait, no.
Oh, there's her name
So-
written down. Estratia.
Yeah. Okay, so Gosh is a dirty 20. It's gonna be a little hard to order, considering that... Or maybe not.
Yeah, I was about to
Okay,
say,
yeah,
you
so
make
guiding
them...
bolts?
Yep.
Oh no, who dropped? Okay, that's as far as I'm getting.
What's my spell attack?
Let me get this up.
That is a 22. 22 to hit,
22
I
to
mean.
hit.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So yeah. Anastasia needs to make a dex save, yeah?
Nope, she just gets hit, I think. Yes, she does.
Yeah, okay. So, it collides into her body, as the residual light energy, flickers, out of existence. And you know what? This is actually a good point where we need to go into the war room and do some, keeping track thingies. So, Anastasia takes how much damage?
Hold it yet, but I'm upcasting it, so
Okay.
get my
Oh, no.
trusty notepad.
Who's doing a drop? Discord?
Oh, okay. You guys can't hear me.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes,
we
yeah,
can.
yeah.
Okay, good. God damn it, Discord, you crap.
Don't even have a good insult for you, Discord. That's how bad you are.
I have noted in the war room that Anastasia is currently affected by Guiding Bolt.
Thank you so much.
Okay, that is
Um,
exactly 20 damage.
Okay, so 20 damage.
Hmm.
And I am also keeping track of hit points here, so God help me. Alright. So, Anastasia gets blasted by the energy. Ah! You'll pay for that. Is there anything else you would like to do, Corey?
I end my turn.
You end your turn. Okay. So, you know what? Let me make this easier on myself. Let me get my initiative notes on my phone, and then I'll use everything else on desktop.
That sounds good.
Because there's a lot to keep track of right now. My lordy, there's a lot to keep track of. Told you this was gonna be a big session, guys.
By the way, for future reference, normally if I have a bunch of enemies that are of the same type and I'm doing big hordes like that, what I would normally do is, and bear in mind, you don't have to, and this is more for future reference than right now because you've already got it recorded this way.
Yeah.
What I would do is group the initiative of the enemies that are the same type together as basically one initiative and have all of them act together.
Yeah. I did do that, but it's also like this is like the first part of the battle, and definitely will adhere to that a lot more. But okay, yeah. So I think with that in mind, Anastasia is next. You know what? I'm gonna do something stupid. Let's get rid of the turn order for now.
Let's
go
just
quick and dirty.
track it over. Let's just track it over
Yeah.
in the actual.
Yeah, it's
chain.
like we got it. It's fine. Okay, so Anastasia, is gonna.
Remember, she is frightened of me.
Yeah, that's true. So she is going. Oh right, don't we have something for Okay, there we go.
I'll need to note that I missed that.
Okay. So, yeah,
That
Anastasia
does
frightened,
mean that she
did-
can't. That does mean that she cannot move towards Kira.
No.
Um,
And I
has
did roll for her.
has disadvantage while Kira is here.
Oh, disadvantage on what? Sorry, you cut off.
Has disadvantage while Kira is nearby.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so lost my place.
Specifically, the disadvantage is on ability checks and attack rolls.
Ability checks and attack rolls. Okay. So yeah, Anastasia, her main action for right now is she's going to unfurl her wings of flying, Todorisk, and bonus action, clicks her boost of speed, and so now she is in. Okay, she has boots of speed, and she is also in flight. Where's the wings? The angel wings. Nerves. There we go. Haha. Okay, so she has doubled speed, and now she is flying. And with that in mind, she is gonna do. Funny how I have notes, but I still have to read some things. All right, so she is just going to fly over to Corey.
She would have to fly in Kira's direction to do that.
Yeah. I did roll to see whether or not she was going to fight or flight. So what does that mean? She would
I
have
think
to
it's a
go
wisdom
around
saving
Kira.
throw.
Basically,
Although she will provoke an opportunity attack.
not if she's
Well,
going.
no.
Not if she's going around, because she can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because she's going around and going to Corey. All right, so you.
If she
say
does it
that's
like
that,
if she does it like the way that I'm showing here, if you can see if she does it like
Yeah.
that, it would be legal.
Okay. We'll do it that way then. I don't know how you guys do it, so we'll just.
Well, I displayed the path and yeah.
Yeah. She followed the path, and. All right. Legendary action. They can only be used at the end of another creature's turn, which I assume would be Corey, right?
Yeah, probably.
All right. So she is gonna do an unarmed strike against you. So that's with disadvantage, of course. So.
Yes.
All right.
Well, actually, let me double check that let me double check and make sure it's not
Yeah.
within line of sight. Since she's facing away from Kira now, she doesn't have disadvantage.
Oh, she doesn't. Okay, gotcha.
She is now facing away from Kira, therefore.
Okay, well, in that case, that's a dirty 20 to hit Corey.
I can't cast another leveled spell, can I? Not even as a reaction?
No.
Yep, didn't think
Wait,
so.
hold on.
Yes,
hold on.
you
If
can.
You do have a reaction.
As a reaction, you can cast a leveled spell.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'll cast shield.
Okay, so that raises your AC. So she whizzes past the crowd, past the two Vistani vampire spawns, shoving them across the floor, and she goes to punch you, Corey, but in like a moment's notice, you flip open a shield that protects you, and a shockwave rings out through the crowd. And yeah, we'll just say that's the end. Okay, sorry about that. A lot of typing today. All right, so I think without any further delay, that's the end of Anastazia's turn. Sugash, you're up next. So, Sugash, you see Captain Terre holding their own quite well with their blades, but they're quickly getting overwhelmed. That is until Esmeralda draws her rapier and parries an incoming attack from a vampire spawn before slitting their throat. We can just say that they're around here a ways now, and Terry says, my thanks, stranger, but these people are in danger. We hadn't spent so long preparing for the rally. And then Esmeralda replies, Belmondo, there has to be a way to draw Anastasio's army out. And you realize Vallaki is a horrible place to stage a confrontation, that much is obvious. Go ahead and search your memories for a suitable place to continue this fight with a history check.
I will do that.
Fast and loose, baby.
Ooh. Should I be adding profession die to this?
Given that it's a location you're familiar with, don't add your profession die, but instead, you know what? Roll with advantage.
Okay. First one was better, so that's a 13.
All right, so you get the idea to lead everyone to the Lunar River crossroads. Plenty of places to hide, and a river flowing with natural water, and you hear a series of clinks in your bag, and you remember that you still have 3 flasks of holy water. and an idea begins to bubble in your head.
Uh-huh.
But the main part is, would you like to tell everyone to head for the Luna River crossroads?
Yeah. Lunar River Crossroads.
All right. So with that in mind, everybody, with that plan in mind, you all get a +1 to your AC until the start of your next turns. And we'll just say that you have double movement at this point. So you run past Anastrasia's forces, and
Hold on.
and yeah,
I was gonna say, before you do,
okay.
Okay, so in DM, we were kind of mentioning this, but Mimi was hiding this entire time.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do something here before then. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Sugash hasn't taken his full turn yet, though. But
Okay. In that case, wait for Sugash to finish his turn.
yeah.
I just wanted to.
Yeah,
I just wanted to ask if we could do.
Yeah. That was part of the skill challenge. Don't worry. So Sugash, you still have your full turn. As you lead everyone out of town. What would you like to do as goblins appear?
Oh, they're right there? They're just right there?
I mean, for the moment, yeah, because I don't want to move too many tokens at once.
All right.
To be straight with you.
I do feel like one thing he'd do is activate Divine Bloodline.
Okay, so wings unfurl from your back.
Yo!
Yes, the purplish black wings of Sugash's divinity.
All right.
Remember, he doesn't fight darkness, he fights evil.
Yes.
And swords are out. This is gonna be fun.
All right. Ching.
Shnikes, that is not the roll I like. Okay, but that's an 11 to hit.
That's okay. You cleave right through these fuckers.
Oh, with one attack.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we'll say that these spawns jump down here a ways.
Well, Sugash just be like he making a hole.
Yeah. All right. So, just gonna go pop pop or slice slice.
Yeah, the second attack. That's a much better attack roll. That's gonna be a dirty 20.
Okay, yeah, dirty 20 to demolish all these guys. This hobgoblin here holds up a shield to defend the vampire spawn and the werewolf, but not the werewolf's buddy. Yeah, it's just, there they are. They're gone. So, as this all happens, Isaac hurls a fireball at the nearest exit, which is the area leading to the Church of St. Andrel. So, right here, and he looks to you all, and he says, the gates are just ahead! We've got these beasts! And Esmeralda shouts to you all and says, meet us back in Gretz once you retrieve the treasures, okay?
You got it.
Taka, you better come back to me alive!
I promise! And as you
Don't
all,
do anything stupid!
Yeah. And as you all motion over to the gates over here. You see Van Richten and Esmeralda working together, slinging spells and blades at werewolves and vampire spawns. And the good doctor turns to you, Sagash, and says, "We will be fine. Go! Remember your training, and son, we will talk later."
Sure thing, Pops.
Alright. Is that the end of your turn, Sagash?
I still have movement. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna. Well,
Yeah,
if we have double movement, let me calculate, because I need to move here, then I need to move here, and the. Unfortunately, my flying speed is not as high as my walking speed, but we still had double movement, and I can also take the dash action.
Sure, that's fine. Yeah, you just zip on out of there.
Yeah.
And-
So.
Yeah. Oh,
Zip
and
past.
Kira and Corey, let's go ahead and have you guys do the same thing. Oh, but for you, Corey, yeah. So Kira, go ahead and fly out. For Corey, we can say that your shield knocks Anastasia off balance, so that was enough for you to avoid the attack of opportunity entirely.
Yep.
And you can grab Damia while Kira grabs Ratka.
Oh yeah, okay.
So you actually get to escape with these guys.
And as I promise I'm not going to spam this again, but as Kira leaves, just to remind Anna.
She immediately turns around and furrows her eyebrows as she makes her pursuit. But with that in mind, Mimi, now it is up to you. As we transition over to the next scene. Mimi? Are you muted again?
I went for his, like, hot on pursuit, too.
Yeah. Mimi?
Okay,
Yeah.
I was trying to make the circle for for myself. I was trying to make a 20-foot radius circle to represent Mimi casting darkness.
Okay, yeah, alright.
So Mimi is going to be over here. So Mimi, okay, so what's happening is Mimi was hiding because she was not,
Well,
but, okay.
what is that?
It is, let me double check. It is,
Don't
yeah,
go
it's,
diagonally.
15, it's a 15-foot radius sphere, so it is 30 feet in circumference.
Don't go diagonally when measuring circles with the tool, otherwise it makes them way bigger than they should be.
Okay. So,
Just a
Mimi
heads
remembers. Mimi remembers both remembers Valenta and the promise she made to her regarding Orisa, but also remembers that Valenta was herself cursed. So, building the confidence to just taking the moment to catch her breath, she puts away her Palmy costume, goes into the middle of this without provoking any opportunity, and steps out. Right next to Isaac and Ark.
Alright. Isaac turns around and says, Mimi Q.
Mm-hmm.
Your friends are going that way. Follow them.
I know. But I'm doing something real quick. She points to Anastasia. And just quickly says one quick little thing. Still alive!
There we go.
Oh!
Finally said it.
Meanwhile, back
What?
across.
All right. Isaac.
Yeah, like, meanwhile, somehow, Garl sneezes even though he's a ghost.
You could just hear in the back in the background be like, "Did someone mention me?"
Yeah, someone mentioned me.
It's like, I'm so proud.
Right. Okay, so...
All right.
Yeah, for this very instant, your movement is doubled. I should have specified. For this very moment, your movement is
I know.
doubled. So...
So if you know where to go, so you know where to go. And she just quickly just I mean from okay, so like from here was already 35 feet. So she only can do 25 more.
Yeah. And we can
So I'm
say,
gonna say she's right.
You clear it once you're like in that vicinity. Yeah, right here.
All right.
Because you know, can't linger here all night.
Of course. No, that I didn't. She's not doing anything because she can't really do anything except no, she really can't do anything. She just
Okay.
She just holds her action and just runs over here.
So in that very instance, Orisa jumps in front of you, and she says, let's see here. So she steps in front of you, holding out her blade towards you, and she's glowering. Taka turns around and sees this happening, rushes up to your side, and he says, practically snarling, "Orisa." And Orisa looks at you, Mimi, and says, "Is it true? Mimi Q, did you kill my mother?"
Mimi closes her eyes for a second, just... Yes. I'm not happy about it, though.
So Orisa looks down for a moment, and she draws in a breath. Understandably very strained. So he was right. Father was right. I didn't want him to be, but now I see there's no reason to doubt myself anymore.
But...
She points her scimitar and says, "You robbed me of my mother. I can't just let that go." And then Taka says, "So what if we did? It's no wonder you turned out to be a sniveling coward who abandons her friends to be eaten by wolves. Your mom's dead? So what? Good riddance in my opinion. Now all that's left is to kill you and your father."
Hold on.
You fucking imbecile!
Alright, and we can say that's when Ricky jumps in.
Ricky's going to move here using his normal movement speed because he can travel 40 feet in a turn.
Damn.
And he's directly putting himself between Taka and Orisa. And what was it you told me about controlling your anger?
Taka just growls in frustration because he knows you're right. And
He just points to where everyone else is going, leave.
Plus...
So he puts his sword away and runs past Orisa, saying, "We'll finish this later." And absconds.
Ricky then turns to Orisa. You can sort that out with me.
What do you mean?
He draws his own sword and crosses it over hers. I'm not going to let you hurt a hair on her head.
Plus, your mother asked me to make sure you were safe.
Go ahead and roll persuasion. Both of you.
Okay, so persuasion. How does an 18 sound?
Okay.
Onto that with a 17.
So, Arissa gasps and looks to the ground, and as it looks like she is about to push the scimitar towards you, Ricky, she draws the blade back and sheathes it, and she says, "We'll finish this later. At least that way we can have a proper confession."
I understand the feelings are going to be complicated, but please consider it. Please.
Arissa just looks at you and hops away. She's out of the fight.
Mimi turns to Ricky and just, thank you.
Means the initiative is a lot smaller now. Oh, thank God.
Which way did they go? I have an idea.
Oh, wait, Arissa?
The rest of the group.
Oh, yeah. Over to the area with the Church of St. Angel.
To the church, okay.
Yeah, the church.
How many feet away would you say that is?
Close.
If you heard that, that was
I believe
25.
Sure.
I believe at the moment we're kind of in leave map, get ready for next map.
Yeah, leave map, get ready for next map. So let's go to the next map, shall we?
Also, if you heard that noise, I promise you that was just me pouring a drink. I promise.
That's all right. That's all right. Yeah. Wait, why'd you say it like that? Anyway, so everyone, let's
Because it was next to my
mosey on
mic, I
over
realize.
here. Yeah, that's all right. Let's mosey on over here.
I can't get rid of this other token, sadly.
No, I got it. Wait, where are you? Where's your other one?
Right here.
Right here.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Got it. Put it here. All right.
Drop. Winfrey.
Preparing thingies. Okay. So, with Damia and Ratka in your hands, we can just say that they're with you, because I don't want to drop those buildings right now. You hear from Isaac that the church is on the way to the exit, and then, Mimi, you realize that you need to be able to remove the twins' curse in a safe location, and the church would be perfect for that. However, it's crawling with goblins. Goblins that are holding Milivaj and Father Petrovich captive. And Milivaj says, "Ugh, let me go! Father Petrovich, no!" And the goblin says, one more step and the priest turns to Swiss. And the Father Petrovich says, "Go, save yourselves!" But Ricky, what will you do to help clear a path for Mimi and save these people?
So, we've been granted double movement for this, right?
Yeah, at least until you clear Velaki.
And
Just
this
make it
goblin is the one
expend
holding
next
him,
week.
right?
Huh?
This goblin
yeah,
here
yeah.
is holding the father.
Yes. And there's also goblins blocking the church here.
They can block the church. Someone is in active physical danger at the moment.
Alright.
And they've made a threat on his life. So that's just, that's not on, you see? That goblin needs to make a charisma saving throw.
Okay, charisma save, you say. Natural 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do believe, congratulations! You've been
You've been
cursed!
Oh wait, no, better idea. There we go. Yeah, so
And he
This
said one
goblin-
move. He said one move, and the guy gets it.
Mhm.
But what if that one move also involved him being stabbed? So he's going to fly over to here and make an attack.
no need.
Huh?
So as you rush over to this goblin, he barely had a chance to react as your blade pierces him through the torso.
What was that about one move and he gets it?
And the goblin just slumps over in your arms.
He pulls his sword back and points at another goblin. You're next.
What are you doing? We gotta go get him. You get him. No, I. They're arguing amongst themselves, and they just look in your direction, and they go, "Fuck it, we'll go together."
We'll do it together.
Umbrus. And it seems like half of his body blends into the background as the suit of armor. He turns on active camo.
What the? Where'd he go? Hey, what? Check that way. All right, I'll check this way.
I like the idea that the rest of them can see a floating knife just creeping up behind one of the goblins.
Wait, mate, Marv, there's a knife floating right next to you. Wait, what are you talking about? What knife?
Who's next?
These goblins run away. Screaming in terror. And these goblins right here were so surprised by what they saw, they just let Milivaj go, which gives him plenty of time to whack them with his spade, killing these two right here, bam bam, and this one tries to go for him, and yeah. And Father Petrovich looks your way and says, "The violence wasn't necessary, but it is appreciated."
And going by that, that's my turn.
Yeah. All right. So, with that in mind, we have some new faces here. And these are actually part of the initiative. Just give me a second. So...
Oh boy.
Problems.
And, boop.
No, they're not
Yeah.
problems. It'll be
Uh-oh,
fine.
Problem alert. Yeah. Is bad guy alert. Alright. So if I'm reading this right, so yeah, we have some minions here finally. So we've got a group of red werewolves and a group of crossbone werewolves and a spellcaster. And all right. So with that in mind, the werewolves are just, they're just gonna do something simple. They're going to march over to Suko, and they're going to do a claw attack against her. Nice and easy. All right, so that is gonna be a 15 to hit.
Meets it.
All right, so you take 7 slashing damage, and that's the end of their turn. Yeah, so I made them really, really easy to manage. Next up is the crossbone werewolves here. They're going to throw their spears at Ark. So get ready, Ark, because you're gonna take some damage potentially. So that is gonna be 19 to hit
Yep,
for
that
you.
hits.
All right, so that is going to be 5 piercing damage on you, and that's the end of their turn. Okay, the spellcaster is up next, and let's see here. What did I do for them? All right, they are going to cast Hellfire in a 10-foot radius sphere.
I'm gonna say no to that counter spell.
Yeah, fizzles out. Yeah, so, as they go to cast the spell, the flame, which was green in color, just fizzles out of existence. And they go, what the? And yeah, that's just the end of their turn. Good job shutting them down.
What was the spell they were casting?
Hellfire. Technically it is a basic attack for them.
It's not a spell.
Oh, you're right.
That
Okay,
can't
yeah,
be
so it's just a
counterspell.
straight up attack. Yeah, it's just a straight up attack. It's a spell like ability, but it isn't. Yeah, good catch.
Okay, I did not know that. I apologize.
Yeah.
No problem. It was referenced as a spell, so I just had to quickly do my checking to make sure it was a spell.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so 10-foot radius sphere. Would you say that's right, or am I using the right thingy here? Well, it's the center where Ark is.
It's centered on Ark.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm up in the air.
So this is
Okay.
what it looks like. Yep.
Okay, yeah. So
That's the size.
yes. All right. So
And that'll linger there for a while.
yeah, yeah. Everyone except Kira, go ahead and roll dex saves.
I'm also in the air.
Alright, I'm gonna have to
That's
roll
true.
for my cat.
Oh wait, Sagash, where are you actually? I don't see you.
You don't see me?
Hold on.
Sagash's bottom left corner.
Page?
Also, I should probably put the wing symbol on myself.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
Winfrey got a 17.
Okay, so you're rolling Winfrey's? Gotcha.
Yeah, she's
okay,
in the circle.
So, okay. Yeah, so she got a 17, was it?